Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
Yo, what up, everyone? This is episode 127.
127
of the iLLogical Says podcast. This is your boy Buzz B.
And over here is your boy JC.
Nuts! And Martine.
Yo, what's up, man?
The fuck is up with y'all niggas?
I'm good, man.
I'm chilling.
Relaxed. I finally feel relaxed.
Well, how's your Game of Thrones binge going?
I got the season finale of season 4, then I'll be in season 5.
Ooh, round of applause. About damn time. I was like, you really flying through? You got like what, 2 more seasons? So you caught up? Or 3?
3, including season 5.
Yeah. Yeah? So what's your viewpoint on it now?
It's a good show.
Hey.
I still think it's overhyped. And the reason why I still think it's overhyped is because for some strange reason, it's like the fans didn't even pick up on the formula that they do. Like there's a clear-cut formula where it's episodes 4, 5, and 8. Where those are like the ones where you're like, oh shit, where can they go from here? And then they set up episode 9, which is like the climax of every single season. It's episode 9. And then episode 10 is just kind of like an epilogue drag off to get you to the rest of the season.
I noticed that.
When it came to the Red Wedding, which was episode 9 of season 3, at that point I had already figured out, I'm like, okay, so obviously something big's gonna happen. I already said alive, okay, I'm expecting a massacre. They're clearly at a wedding. There's only... And then I started doing, common denominators. Like, okay, who's gonna go?
Easy to go.
Rob is clearly trying to be on his best behavior and let's just be peaceful. This guy's an asshole in front of his daughters and then says, oh yeah, well, if it was me in your shoes, I'd have broke 50 oaths to get with her too. And right when he said that, I was like, what's stopping him from breaking an oath and then fucking all of them up?
See, when I first saw that, I was kind of just like, Rob was too just like nice and all goody two-shoes, like, oh, I believe in love and all this other shit. I'm going like, dude, they're gonna fuck you up, bruh. But I was thinking, it's probably gonna happen in like next season or some shit. But
no. Yeah, but then that was the thing too. Was like, I got why it was so shocking to everybody. Because the first person they got was white.
That was just crazy.
So they just went and stabbed her
right in the pregnant. I was like, wow. When that happened,
and it wasn't just a quick stab.
It was like boom,
chopped
boom,
her like
chopped,
7 times.
And shit.
Yeah. When that happened, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh shit! That's what
I laughed at first. I was like, they went there. They did it. Okay. But then, because everybody had said the whole episode, but really the whole episode wasn't that. It was just that one
scene.
Sequence
it was
of
a
events
scene. It was
that took place.
When I told you, I just said wed wedding, and that's all I said. It's not even called wed wedding. It's called
something else. That's why when I googled it, I was like, okay, I googled red wedding not to find any info. I just wanted to know which episode it was. So when it said season 3, episode 9, and so I was like, okay, so.
Right, and it was called. It was the title of a song they were playing.
And the song's come to find out it's a Lannister. Title. It's a Lannister song. That's why when what's her name, the mom, when she was on edge, she heard it and she's like, wait a minute,
motherfucker. And then she saw the dude's arm, or like his armory and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then,
but really, there was other clues to it too. Like when Arya and the Hound were talking about their fears. And then when he tells her, you're afraid that the closer you get, you're not going to make it. So right there, I'm like, okay, why the hell would they put that there in an episode where everybody's calling it the Red Wedding? And then the second clue came when Bran and then the other brother, they decided to split up so Bran could keep looking for the 3-eyed raven. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, another part of the family is split up.
And Jon Snow somewhere else.
Well, even then, like he had already been split. But it was like another aspect of the family has been split up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And then he started doing that shit in the house, and then I'm like, they're all gonna get got. Yeah.
So you did the process of elimination.
That's what I was trying to say when I was saying
did the process of elimination.
Yeah, process of elimination.
And you just kept putting all the dots together what everyone's
And
been
the funny
telling
thing
you
was,
about
I did
it.
process elimination, and then all the fanatics got mad at me.
But you just said the way you said it.
You were thinking logically.
No,
That's the
because
problem.
they were upset because when I initially started watching this, I was like, I don't get it. I'm still not getting it, but I've already started. I'm gonna continue on. Like, let's go.
Right.
The majority of them kept saying, no, you gotta keep watching. And when you watch, you gotta watch without emotion because he fucks with your emotion.
See, that's
so right when he said it, I was like,
yeah,
okay,
that's
so
how they fucked
So
you
once
up.
they killed Ned, I was like, okay, all bets are off. Nobody's safe. So don't get attached to the characters. Okay.
I see. I didn't tell you that part. I specifically only told you about that one. It wasn't an episode. It was just a moment. I didn't tell you about nothing else. That's because I purposely just wanted your reaction. But then when all them people told you that shit, I was like, oh, they fucked it up.
Yeah, and it's like Game of Thrones fanatics are actually pretty horrible. Like, all they had to tell me was, yo, it's just wait for it because it'll finally catch its groove, and once that happens, you'll be on the edge of your seat every episode. That's all they had to say. Mm-hmm. But then when they started bringing up all kinds of other shit, I'm like, okay, well now you're filling my head with expectations. I didn't ask you for it, but you're trying to convince me to keep watching.
That's how they felt. They're trying to project the feelings they had
For sure.
to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just explain to him, because before we got, you want to ask what happened, who are the Stark family and shit.
No, I explained to him. Like, he asked what the Red Wedding was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They wiped them niggas out. But when Jeffrey died, how did you feel about that?
When Joffrey died, I was laughing, but I was upset too because I was like, "That's the way they killed him." Like, I would have thought for sure they would have had.
It was random too, wasn't it?
I wouldn't say it was random as much as it was just like, "That's how."
Yeah, I was happy though. But at the same time, he is who he was. See, at first I used to hate him. I had him at the same level of Tyreek. But then when the shit started just kind of going, I was looking at him, I'm like, at least you know who you are. Tyreek doesn't know who he is, and he acting like a whole ass nigga. This nigga Jeffrey, he knows exactly who he is, and he don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you right now, the two funniest deaths were back to back in season 4. The first one was in episode 8, the dude that was defending Tyrion, trying to get him off the case. You raped her.
Oh,
you murdered her. Yes. You killed her children. And as soon as he took the sword out, I was like, this motherfucker gonna die. Yeah. And then this big ass Kane ogre looking motherfucker grabs him, punches him, knocks his teeth out,
all his teeth
flips him
out.
over, puts his thumbs in his eyes, clocks his eyes, and then squeezes his head together. And then as he repeats it as he's doing it, I raped her, I killed her, I murdered her children, and squashed his head.
No, but he was whooping his ass throughout the entire thing. Just say it. And he just clucked him down.
Yeah, because he had been drinking before too,
and he was cocky.
Filmed himself, so he took the sword out of his gut and started taunting him because he didn't want to kill him until he admitted that he killed his sister. And
this was supposed to be supposed to be Tyrion. Like, if he won, Tyrion was going to be free. If he didn't win, he was going to be executed. When that shit happened, I was like, oh shit, that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. But I'll tell you this. So it was that one, and then in the 9th episode, the War of the Wall or whatever it's called, the Night's Watch. When Jon Snow's reunited with the side piece, and she has the bow and arrow at him, and he just smiles at her, and also she gets caught, and she's like, ugh, and then he looks up in the back, and it's just the little boy, and he gives like this little salute, like that. I had to pause it, and I couldn't stop laughing because the first thing that came to mind was Billy Madison when the old boy shoots the dude in the ass, and he's like, I'm so glad I called that guy, and he gives him this little salute before he leaves. I was like, it's exactly what it was.
Well, damn. So
there was that, but what made me a fan of the series was season 2. Well, season 2, episode 4, how it ended confused the fuck out of me. What really made me the fan was the first 10 minutes of episode 5.
Okay.
Episode 4 ends, this lady, she gets one of the guys to impregnate her. Like, literally, in the span of 24 hours, she goes from not pregnant to she's ready to deliver.
Yeah,
They take her to the cave. She gives birth to this demon that literally flies out her coochie.
Well, I mean,
demon just like literally comes
she was
out
ready to pop in 24 hours, bro. What do you expect?
No.
The demon then flies to the screen, and that's how the episode ends. 10 minutes into the next one, in a completely different camp, they're all congregating, having a meeting. This motherfucking demon comes in with a knife and stabs homeboy in the gut, like right next to the mirror. As soon as that happened, I got out my seat and I was like, what the fuck? And I rewound it and I was like, nah, okay, you got me.
He's like, like that Robert De Niro shit. Yeah. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay.
I was like, you got me. So I had to explain to Larissa. I was like, yo, they like this shit's insane. Like, they got a fucking coochie demon hitman that came out and killed this motherfucker, man.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. So I
will say that what I liked about the show is the character development. As soon as somebody dies, there's no mourning for them. They
just
fill
move
somebody
on.
right into the next storyline. They're ready to go. So I like that.
What?
And then obviously the ones that stay alive, they develop them
you got
further.
it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you got it. How far did you get? I'm talking about Ramsey, the evil motherfucker.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where his dad finally gives him the last name. So
Okay.
after it's Reek now.
Yeah. Tortured that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's been catching L's throughout
After he brainwashed him to go back and finesse them and tell him to give up the Winterfell.
Yeah, that series is fire, man.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
But of course, I mean, Usual Suspects, you could tell Arya's, from day one, you could tell she's
the most character developed person.
Yeah. Who's the mother of the dragons?
Daenerys.
She's fire.
Oh, no pun intended.
She's just like, she literally started the season out as
nobody.
her brother's slave.
Yep.
To the point where now I'm about to end season 4, and now she's telling motherfuckers, drop your pants.
I'm the king.
Like, I'm queen.
Oh.
Like, she literally took over, and the way she did it was she went over all these kingdoms and didn't fight the kingdoms, but she freed their slaves, and their slaves were killing the masters for her. And then she was collecting everybody, and so she's like literally collected all these unions and without raising a hand, and just showing her 3 dragons.
Yep. 3 dragons are the ones running the show because they're scared of her dragons.
Right.
She's the only one in the whole kingdom universe that has dragons because they're all extinct. But she's the only one she's the mother of the dragons. And what's her name? Cicely? That's how you say her name? The one, the
Cersei.
Cersei, the most gangster
She's a
shit
good
she ever
villain.
did. No, the most gangster shit she ever did was to Littlefinger. When he was trying to talk about power and shit, and then she called her guards over, and she was like, "Okay, grab him, seize him, kill him. All right, turn around,
She's like, knowledge isn't power. Power is power."
Woo! That was a bar.
Yeah. Round of applause for that.
That was the most gangster line. I was like,
No, but see, that's
gangsta.
the thing why I didn't get why y'all were so focused on. Number one, I don't know why y'all focused on Joffrey when Ramsay's a fucking psychopath.
Oh yeah,
Like,
well,
I'm glad nobody brought him up because
Yeah.
I'm watching him and I'm like, y'all was worried about Joffrey.
He was annoying.
This motherfucker's crazy.
he was like an annoying piece of shit. Joffrey was annoying.
This motherfucker could. He sent whores in there to get one of the guys, get him an erection. Then he came in, and that was easier for him to slice his dick off.
Yep.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah. Crazy motherfucker.
Crazy, bro.
So I didn't understand that, but I thought like everything with Joffrey was so funny. Even when they went to visit him after he was dead, and his ancestral parents decided to have sex right there next to his body. Even then, I was laughing about that. And I was like, everything about this guy's life is hilarious. I don't know why y'all hated him.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
Let's see who else. The Hound for sure. The Hound has my favorite motto right now.
What's the motto? Fuck your king.
The King. This motherfucker was in the middle of war.
Interesting.
Sliced off homeboy's head like an onion. Like his head literally sliced up like a damn onion.
Damn.
He sees somebody coming on fire, and he's been traumatized as a kid because his brother put him in fire. So half his face is burnt off. So he sees dude on fire, then he just like loses it. So he's like, "Fuck this."
He's on
so
now.
he,
Fuck
yeah,
it.
literally. So he walks back into the kingdom, and Joffrey's like screaming at him, like, "Go back out there and fight! I'm your king. Do what I say!" And he just looks at him. He's like, "Fuck
your
the king," and just walks right by him. And I was like, "I fuck with this nigga."
Yeah, he was dope. He's dope.
Tyrion's my spirit
Sounds like
animal.
the Lakers right now.
Fuck your king. Guess you get
Like, no, that's what all the youngins are saying right about
Fuck
now.
your king.
Fuck the king.
No, but I like Tyrion. Tyrion's my boy.
Tyrion's my spirit animal.
How is he your spirit animal? You little shit.
Fucking wise ass and loves to fuck.
Yeah.
I'm a short ass nigga to love.
You ain't that short, bro. That
I'm
nigga.
5'6".
Well, I don't know. I just look at you like a human being. Okay, women.
Tyrion's a human being too. What the fuck?
No.
What's going on right now, man? I'm
know what I
so
mean.
lost.
Well, yeah.
Tyrion's a
Am I that high?
No,
He's a dwarf. He's a dwarf. That dude could act his ass off.
Oh, that's that one dude?
Yeah, that one dude.
You know, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he won hella Golden Globes and fucking Emmys for that role. So
Yeah, he deserved it.
yeah, he plays the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
That's what's
but no, again, I like it. Mm-hmm. It's definitely grown on me.
But what about Jon Snow? He's like
I know there's a lot more with him.
You just put
I
an
purposely
ant on
haven't
him?
looked up on him
Okay.
because no, I'm not an him. I'm like,
Something about you.
yeah, I'm just like something in your story isn't adding up, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of the biggest reveals.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just say. But so far, I've liked him. Like, he's been cool.
That's why I liked him. I liked him even before, like, when later season. I was like, oh, you're cool. You're cool.
Well, he was always cool.
Yeah, that's why I liked him.
There were too many characters around him.
He's like the one that keeps everything kind of together. He's like the only sane one, in a way, while everyone's just fucking losing. What about, what's her name? Sansa? Yeah.
Her character development's good. The aunt getting thrown down by Peter was fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because Larissa was watching that episode with me, she's like, this bitch is annoying. And I'm like, well, last episode we found out that she started all this shit with Peter. And then when she's ready to throw her down the
draft?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he comes up and he's like, I've only loved one woman. Your sister. And then threw her ass down. And I was like,
oh, shit.
Yes.
He's like, wait, right button.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you finally enjoying the shit.
Look, like I said, it's just... I don't understand how people didn't... Like, after season 2, I was like, okay, episodes 4, 5, 8, and 9's the climax. And then I got into season 3, and everything literally followed that pattern again. And I was like, how did y'all not figure this out?
I'm looking at the Battle of the Bastards episode, which is season 6, which I feel is one of the best episodes. You will enjoy that.
Yeah, see, everybody was focused on the red wedding, but somebody told me the Knights Watch the Wall.
That too.
That's the one was the one where she got shot. So I was watching that one, but I was doing my taxes in between, so I was only catching it. I was like, let me watch it back because I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
But I was like, let me rewind it back later, and then I'll go back.
You see the budget HBO puts in that shit, man.
It's like $1 million an episode, isn't it?
Dude, now the next season,
they're literally like movies.
Yeah, the final season is gonna have like every episode is gonna be like over like an hour and a half, maybe 90 minutes.
Yeah, I heard it's only like 6 episodes.
6 episodes. They're gonna put in hella shit, man.
Well, they'd have to.
Oh yeah, because they hella shit. They got hella shit to fucking prove. So it's like, yeah, I'm glad you're catching up to it. So
it's easy because I've been watching 2 episodes a night during the week, and then the weekend.
Then you can
weekends I only drive like 10 hours combined for both days. Okay. So once I'm back chilling, like I literally breezed through season 4 all day yesterday.
For sure.
Yeah. Game of Thrones fanatics, y'all gotta chill. Like,
I'm not that much of a fanatic. I'm not a fanatic.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
But these fanatics, gotta chill, man.
Yeah, these people sat with it for years. So they're not. They waited like a week.
That's fine and all, but even then, like, don't hype up a show. When I tell somebody something's good, I'm usually just like, yeah, just you gotta see it for yourself. But you just gotta watch. Just pay attention to certain things. Yeah. I don't go into it like this episode and that, like, because then you start building an expectation for people.
I know, because I think the Red Wedding was just so shocking, shocking.
I went to the social media, only Red Wedding I acknowledge, and I said it live. Still the wedding in New Jack City. I mean, people are talking about she got stabbed. I mean, that was, as far as we know, that was still an embryo. Nino Brown held up a little flower girl.
That was fucked up. That was fucked up when he did that. But still, man, she stabbed. Yeah, that was so fucked up. Just went up and went plop, 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 plop.
What's the mom's name again?
I forgot her name. She dead now. But it was. I just remember when I was.
She at least went out like a G. She slit old boy's wife.
But but before she did, it's like I slit her throat. He was like, I'll just get another one.
Yeah.
He said I'll get another one.
He's like, whatever.
And she was like, yes. And then she just looked, and then right before the credits, she got stabbed, and I was like, damn. And then it went black, and there was no music.
No music.
Just.
But it was the same thing like what happened with Ned.
Yeah, kind of. But I knew that nigga was gonna die.
No music.
I knew that nigga was gonna die though, so I was like, yeah, you ain't nobody. I mean, he was somebody, but I didn't have no attachment to him. But
yeah, overall, it's good. Recommend it.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, bro. That's that. You actually sit through the intro. That long ass intro. Shit.
The intro's only like 2 minutes.
Still, that's long. That's too long. I skipped
we went
that
through
shit.
this. Power is only 17 seconds less.
Still, I can listen to Power. I can't really listen to that shit over and over.
But even then, like sometimes you gotta watch it because you gotta remember what kingdoms and houses there are.
That too. That's true. That's true. But then
they update it.
No, it's not even that. It's just when the intro comes, when the whole theme music, the whole sequence is the houses like. Animation, the houses are like rising up, so you see everything, but you remember the names of them.
Of all the kingdoms.
You forget who's who.
It's gang culture. It really is gang culture.
But that's exactly what I tried to tell you.
No, I know. I know.
Because all this shit is, the reason why that he did all that at the Red Wedding It didn't have nothing to do with the fucking marriage. It was the fact that he got robbed out of turf as the agreement.
And he said that he was supposed
gang
to
culture.
And also,
turf.
he was supposed to marry his. No,
but that's the point.
Yeah.
Rob was supposed to marry one of his daughters, but the point of the marriage was so that he could secure turf. Yeah. So when he backed out of it, it had nothing to do with the fucking marriage. It was the turf, and he got bounced out of it.
It was the principle
of the shit. And I'm like, this is fucking...
It's
if
gang.
these niggas doing this shit, nobody would care.
They just shot up the place, basically.
Yeah.
It was Kill Bill. Just the Kill Bill wedding.
That's what I had said last episode, bro.
But I was quiet because I didn't want to spoil. I didn't want to spoil shit. So, other than that, that's the only thing. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. You should get this. This is to the mixtape they did. Because I mean, Wale, Snow the Product was on there. They all, shit's pretty fire too.
I like when there's a community of musical acts that follow it, and then they do like a musical project that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the series or the movie, but it's just to show that these are the fans and we want to highlight them. Right. They also do music and stuff. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Anyway, what did I do? I fucking binge. I decided to make another dent in my Netflix, and I decided to, you know what? I'm gonna watch the last season of House of Cards. I decided to piss myself off. So, yeah, if y'all lived under a rock, House of Cards had Kevin Spacey, and when he decided to be a little perv, they fired him from the show. So they had his wife. They had the girl who played his wife decided to take over for the whole show. It was only 8 episodes, so I'm like, I could fly through this.
That's the last season you were talking about.
Yeah. Were you being sarcastic?
Yeah, no, I thought I was being sarcastic because I was like, the last season never happened and shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Anyway,
Busby kept explaining this series to me, and even after the fact, and I'm like, well, he's like, they're gonna release it, and I was like, oh, so you're not gonna watch it? I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it, but
give me what I want.
You just had to do it.
It took months.
You just had to do it.
No, I had to make a dent, and I need to get rid of it. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. And the first few episodes, I was kind of with it. Anyway, first few episodes, I was kind of with it, and then it got too silly. And all of a sudden, she had an all-women cabinet, and I like women, but the way she did it, I was like, No. It just jumped the shark. And then she got pregnant, and I was like, No. And then they described how he died. I was like, No. And it just ended. Yeah. And that's all I could really. And I was like, "That's how y'all end this shit." I was talking to Karina about it. I'm not asking you to feel bad for me. I don't even feel bad for myself. I'm just sitting there like. At least I saw Us 3 times, and we get to that later. That made up for it, but that pissed me off a little bit. But
that sucks.
What sucks is that you didn't see Us.
It's whatever.
You didn't see Us.
I'm just saying, man.
Okay.
And like you knew what it was going to be, and yet you still hit play.
Yeah.
And not only did you hit play,
you put yourself in that bullshit.
Play 8 different times.
Like, why?
Actually, it was automatic play.
It doesn't.
It don't fucking matter.
Hey, I just had to finish it. Now it's gone forever. It's a good show, though. It was a good show before Kevin Spacey decided to be a fucking pervert. I'm mad at Kevin Spacey. That's what I should be mad at.
Be mad at yourself, man. Shit.
I'm not mad at myself. I'm happy.
No one forced you to press play.
You would be mad at yourself.
I'd be mad at myself.
No, seriously, though.
I'd be mad if I really thought Game of Thrones was trash, but yet I was still going through season 4. And believe me, nobody to blame but myself.
Yep.
If it wasn't for you,
talking shit too.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, how was your weekend?
Adulting.
Again.
Bunch of errands. But I did sneak in a few rounds of bowling with my family, so that was pretty cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but
did you win?
That was it. The second game, the second game
I did.
The second game I won. My brother won the first one, man. He was just shitting on everybody, but he has his own ball, so that's kind of he
brought his own bowling ball
and bowling shoes, man.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, my brother, like, he used to bowl like all the fucking time. Like, he used to live near bowling alley.
What's the fucking what's the, I don't want to call him the bad guy, but the adversary's name in Big Lebowski?
Fuck, I don't
I
know.
haven't seen that in years.
I was gonna say, come on, bro.
If your brother puts his hair in a fucking ponytail, if your brother here puts his hair, the one that they would always bowl against.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Your brother puts his hair in a ponytail. He's
that dude.
He's that guy.
Yeah. Don't fuck with me.
Well, shit, he cut his hair, so I mean, whatever.
It don't matter, man.
Yeah, it's still.
Before before we recorded, Apple decided to, make
Hey,
some
even Apple,
announcements.
man, it's the tech industry altogether.
Yeah, you were into this shit. All I wanted to know, to ask the right questions. Like, did they do anything for Apple Music?
Seriously.
No.
We're not even on Apple right now.
Oh, well, shit.
Oops. That's why I said it's the whole tech industry.
Man,
It
stop
ain't just
jumping the gun, Busby.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Whatever. Go into it.
So yeah, Google, they set it off last week when they announced that they're now getting into the multi-billion-dollar industry, video games.
Yeah,
They got this new system called Stadia, which, interestingly enough, isn't a console box. It's
Really?
like a streaming platform that you can stream on any platform that can host video games.
So it's like Netflix for Google. It's like
Kind
Netflix
of.
for
Like
video games.
I'm still confused on it. Like even when I watched the little video for it, it was more so just highlighting, I guess, different arenas that you could play these video games in, because not one setting was the same with the different games. So I'm kind of imagining like, okay, they're trying to paint the picture. You can play these on anything.
It's like Netflix.
Kind
crazy.
of. But like, it's like when I say multiple devices, like you can play on laptops, desktops, phones, tablets. You can play through YouTube.
You can play through YouTube?
Can play through YouTube somehow.
That's
like there's more information gonna be
crazy.
coming out.
That's
but it's also
wild.
the fact where it's like you can play instantly and you don't have to worry about updates either. So obviously there's no physical copies of a disc. There's no downloading from
It sounds like some Ready Player One shit.
Yeah.
PlayStation kind of has like their own type thing like that as well right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean that's not. I don't know. I guess I could see it along those.
My take
lines.
on it was it's just the introduction. Obviously more's to come.
Yeah, for sure.
But the fact that Google is getting into the video game industry now is kind of like, all right, so what's going to be next? And lo and behold, Apple was like, yeah.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the
They
procedure?
cooking up something.
Go!
Word to Tim Cook.
Their whole keynote today was basically focused on services. So it was all software related, no hardware. And their answer to what Google was bringing was Apple Arcade. And Apple Arcade, now when you go to the App Store, there's now going to be a new tab that is specifically for video games. You're going to now have access to 100 exclusive video games that are going to be available on all Apple platforms. So not just your phone, not just your tablet, but also on the computer.
wow.
Also on Apple TV.
So it's gonna be
Oh,
everywhere.
So anything that has Apple on it, you can play through there.
That's
you can play
interesting.
both online and offline. So you don't have to be connected, and there's no ads. And then the whole main theme that they kept bringing out through this keynote was every service is not going to have ads, and it's not going to take your information and then send it to other people, so that way they can get some, they got the information
ad
on
tracking.
Ad tracking.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Then they went in with Apple News. So now they're going to be updating and providing a new service called Apple News Plus, which is going to be $9.99 a month, and you're going to get access to 300 plus magazines and newspapers.
That's pretty dope.
So they did the price.
Interesting.
They did the pricing of all these magazine subscriptions. They're like, if you were to subscribe to all these throughout the year, it's $8,000. You get all these for $9.99 a
shit.
month. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much sold on that.
Yeah,
like, I'll take
$10?
that.
Alright,
And
bet.
two of the newspapers that are included now are the LA Times and the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, nice.
So you know how when we're on Twitter and some of that information comes on Wall Street and you can only go so far because you got to buy the shit?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not going to be there anymore.
Shit.
And one thing that they're going to do is the covers. They're going to start having live photos for the covers.
Oh, some Harry Potter shit.
that's
So it's going to have those.
That sounds like some Harry Potter shit.
They showed
That's
one
what
of
they should do.
of the water. It was like a night sky, the skyline. And it was of the water, and that shit looks so beautiful. I was like, I want to read some shit right fucking now.
I remember Complex did some shit like that. They kind of did some more interest. They did some shit like that with their covers, on their cover stories. Like the photo would kind of move a bit, like interactive photos.
Right.
That's interesting.
So then they did that. So then obviously they went into Apple TV. So they got two different functions now of Apple TV. So with what we're used to, they're going to be updates that hit in May, and one of the aspects of that is they're not going to have Apple TV channels. So the Apple TV channels, that means it's a pay for what you want feature. So you're only going to pay for the channels you want.
That's interesting.
On top of that, there's not going to be new sections for movies, sports, and trailers. So now if you follow certain teams, like it does with my app,
Right.
because my app's connected to YouTube TV. What it does for me is anytime I'm watching and let's say the Lakers game gets close, it's going to be a notification that says game is close, 3 minutes left. So if you're not watching the game,
ESPN kind of does that shit.
yeah, but this one's now going to be specialized to your watching preferences. So if you're not watching, it's like, oh shit, let me just go on. And the perfect thing is it's already on your phone. All right, shit, I wasn't.
That's fucking crazy.
Because, you know, you have situations where you're out with the family, so you're not going to be watching the game. You're just out doing it. But then you get that notification, oh shit, it's the last 3 minutes. I'll be right back. So watch this real quick. So that's cool. And they're gonna bring the TV app to Max.
What?
So now it's going to be on the computers.
I thought it already was on the computer.
Yeah.
So what was it? Like a box? I never had Apple TV.
So it's Apple TV. The TV app is, you have it.
I know I have it. But
TV app is right here.
Yeah.
So what it is it's all the, like, if you watch HBO on your phone, a lot of the shows you watch are going to be inputted here. You watch them straight through here instead of going through. So rather than opening up different apps to watch stuff, if it can be connected to Apple TV, all you have to do is go through this one app and you can watch all your stuff. So they got that. And then they announced that in the fall, they're going to be hitting up smart TVs. So now it's going to be included on those. It's going to be on Roku, and it's going to be on the Amazon Fire Stick as well.
Wow.
That's just regular. Now when we get to Apple TV Plus,
what the fuck?
It's basically their Netflix, which they're getting down to original content for TV shows and movies. There's an ad-free subscription, and they decided to flex. So they brought out Steven Spielberg, Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell, Jason Momoa, Alfred Woodward, and Oprah, because they all have programming that is going to be original.
I don't know if you all heard
TV
that as soon as you said Oprah's name. So
it's funny because I've been the one that's been talking about her.
I didn't say anything.
You've been playing middle of the field.
I'm just saying, yeah. That's all I'm saying is yeah.
I feel a way about her, but and I want a bag. You get a bag. You get a bag. In Oprah's case, she's got 2 of them because she's about to have 2 shows, or I think they're 2 documentaries. One of them is about sexual harassment in the workplace, and then the other one is about mental health. Then you have Jason Momoa and Alfred Woodard, who are in a series about a community of people that the whole community's blind.
Oh, so it's Bird Box. That's all it is.
I don't know because they didn't release any trailers. They were all just.
I know. I kind of saw the synopsis for some of the shit. That's basically fucking Bird Box.
Yeah. But the funny thing was Steven Spielberg's whole role.
Yeah,
Steven Spielberg
talking
has been
all
so
that shit about Netflix.
Movies on Netflix shouldn't be getting awards, all this shit, and then here he comes. We're going to bring storytelling back and make it count. And I was like, yeah, you got a nice bag, motherfucker. Round of applause to you. I'm not mad at it.
This guy.
Yeah, he was talking all that shit about
all that shit
for getting Oscars and all the other shit. Now he's in the streaming business, trying to get an Emmy or Golden Globe. Well, we see you, Spielberg.
But either way, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what they got. But the biggest, as far as I was concerned, the biggest news was that we already know about Apple Pay. Apple's now getting into the credit card game. So now you have Apple Card, which is a digital credit card service that is backed by Goldman Sachs and MasterCard. Say that again. It is backed by Goldman Sachs and MasterCard.
That's so fucking
And
crazy.
you can use this anywhere Apple Pay is accepted. And for whatever reason, if they're like, no, we're not going to take it, they're going to be like, oh, that's no biggie. We're just going to mail you out a physical edition of our titanium card. No digits on it. No 3 digits on the back. It just has a chip. So then it automatically, all you got to do is just swipe it. It reads, and then you're good to go.
That's fucking tight.
Damn.
With this, they didn't then introduce Apple Cash. So a lot of people with their credit cards, obviously, you spend, you get reward points back, right? But a lot of motherfuckers don't know how to use it. This, whenever you pay for any Apple product...
I feel like I'm at a keynote speaking right now.
You didn't watch it, so
I really didn't watch it. I feel like I'm watching it. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. So if you buy an Apple product, you get 3% of what you paid back in the form of cash that goes directly into the app. You can use it for whatever you want. It's literally cash.
So it just goes right back to your account.
So it goes from Apple Card to the Apple Cash part. And you can use it for whatever you want. If you use Apple Pay for anything, you automatically get 2% back. And then if you have to use the titanium card, you automatically get 1% back. And then their customer service, you ain't got to worry about phone calls. All you got to do is just message. It's an iMessage. So if you're like, hey, I changed my address, you just message them and they're like, okay, just give me the information.
Man, this sounds like some. This is how Skynet
That's
started.
fucking tight, dude.
This is how Skynet started,
bro,
man.
A lot of places got to be like that, dog. Seriously, I mean, come on. Who really calls like that?
Listen to this.
Skynet
You know what I
shit.
mean?
No late fees, no interest rate, and no international fees.
Man, I'm sorry. This is how Skynet started, man.
Chances are I'm not getting approved.
Chances are you will. It just depends on what your credit limit's going to be.
True.
Chances are everybody's going to be getting approved for this shit because they want
I'm
everybody to
hearing
use it.
all this shit
yeah.
right now. I just keep thinking Terminator 2. This is on some Skynet shit.
That's fine with me because Terminator 2 ain't going to happen until after I'm dead.
You sure?
The rest of the future can deal with that shit. I ain't worried about it.
Hey,
If I'm old already, who gives a shit? I go out
don't
like
test
that.
God's point of view, man. Don't test God's fucking sense of humor. I'm just saying. I'm just hearing all this. I'm just like, man, this is why I just stay away from. It's all cool and dandy, but I saw Back to the Future Part. This all this shit's like Back to the Future Part 2 and fucking.
Oh shit.
What else? Terminator
iRobot?
2, iRobot. Like, I feel like Will Smith right now. Like, sometimes I just told you so. Just don't count.
You know what the common denominator between all those were?
Will Smith.
No, they were movies.
Yeah.
No,
Fictional.
This is becoming
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
This shit.
I remember once upon a
reality.
time, you can only, technology only allowed you to be signed to a radio station to release and outlet people to hear.
No, now we
But
just
technology has
podcast.
advanced us to podcasts. Nobody was complaining about that. So.
Yeah.
Same shit, but anyway.
But then, so you freaked out about that. That's just Apple.
Oh, I've seen this shit. This
Let's
shit's fucking wild.
get to this
man.
now.
The whole Warner Bros. is dead.
Now we're talking about technology has now come into the music industry. And we thought it was streaming, and nah. An official app has signed the first contract. An algorithm has signed a recording contract.
I don't know how that's
Warner
possible.
Brothers has signed this app company called Endel. Now, this organizes music based on your moods. So what that means is you talk to it like, let's say Alexa is the host. So you say, Alexa, I need to focus. Play some music. Alexa's going to ask you what you want to focus on. It's going to play sounds that help you focus. That somehow, some way, this algorithm has taken all the data.
Man, fuck all that. No.
Taking all the goddamn data.
Nah.
Martine and I were like, okay, but wait a minute, what is this?
Yeah.
We played it, and it was not like music that you stream on
Not at all.
streaming sites. It's all like
And
these
there's
sounds that
there's
come.
no words.
Yeah,
Like-
it's futuristic sounding shit.
Yeah.
See, this is some
This
shit
motherfucking
from
app has already
Blade
dropped.
Runner,
but
dog.
I just want to know, how did this algorithm sign?
No,
know
this
what I
sounds
mean?
like
That's
true.
No, this
that's
sounds
the
like
one thing
a
I'm
cheat
curious
code.
about.
That's true.
This sounds like a cheat code Warner Bros. Signed, man. They signed a cheat code to help their artists. This is what this sounds like.
But you think that's something? This motherfucker's already dropped 5 albums so far.
Yeah, I've seen. I know. I saw
We in
that.
March and we complain about a drought.
shit.
And Endel like, what drought, nigga?
Yeah,
I've been here. I got 5 records.
They're really like under the radar type of shit.
And he looking at me, I got 5 records now. I'm supposed to have 15 more by the end of the year. What?
Damn.
So under the
Like, damn it,
but
Dale.
it's just
For
like
real.
regular ass like records, like not records, but it's like
I said, there's like
Nature.
sounds.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
nature type sounds, but they're all constructed to where you've never heard these before.
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
But then
It's
I
a
started.
trip,
So
man.
then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, well, let's say 50 years from now, what this algorithm could really do. What if this app starts creating music that includes bars, that includes musicianship? What the fuck does that do for all the artists now that are just getting in with the mumble raps and shit?
Like, if it can do that shit, wow.
you talking
like
about AI music?
Wow.
yeah.
AI rappers? Nah, man. See, I've seen this is too many movies. I've seen too many movies. This is like art imitating life or life imitating art. This is getting spooky, people.
For the future. No, I ain't worried about it. I'm enjoy it while I can.
The future is now.
I'm gonna
homie.
enjoy it while it's innocent. Let the motherfuckers in 23, 32 figure it out.
22.
Damn.
All right, bro.
Hey, my fault. What you gonna say? I should feel bad for my family? I don't know the motherfuckers. It's 300 years from now.
It could be now.
Seriously.
This is the way
I
this
care
shit's
for?
evolved.
Man,
this shit's
I care about
evolving.
Jebediah Cole for.
The way this shit's evolving is still gonna take a long time.
They're already
for that
making
shit.
fucking androids and shit.
They've been doing
But
that.
now
though.
niggas are running and walking and talking and that
They've
one
been
android
doing
chick,
that.
one android chick saying, "Oh, I want to take over the world." Oh, what's that mean? And she doesn't say nothing, just looks at you. Man, I've seen way too many fucking movies. Nah, y'all keep celebrating.
I am, because like I said,
Yep.
I'm gonna enjoy it while it's innocent. Let the other motherfuckers figure that shit out when it turns on them.
I guess. Anyway, speaking of turning on people, Let's go to the movies now. Us, nigga. Jordan Peele's sophomore album. His sophomore movie.
His sophomore, his second directorial film.
Direct, wrote, and produced. Yeah.
Because he's been in a lot of movies. Like,
that's why I said his sophomore, movie creation shit. Us. I wish we could just play I Got 5 on it. Because I'm just letting y'all motherfuckers know right now, we're going to spoil the fuck out of it. So
I don't have to play.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. There is powerful niggardry at work.
Yeah,
there was powerful niggardry.
There was a whole bunch of powerful dark-skinned niggardry throughout that whole movie. This is the reason. I was going to say, if I'm on that dark skin versus light skin, I was like, yeah, this is why you don't fuck with dark-skinned people. No, that was
okay.
funny.
So you're always against.
It was a joke, motherfucker. I didn't
horrible
mean that
joke.
shit.
It wasn't even
really
funny.
bad
Did I
joke.
laugh?
Nah, that was bad.
No, exactly.
That was a horrible
Thank you,
ass joke.
It really was.
Jeez,
It really
man.
was. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say, if y'all
Your
have not
punishment
seen,
should be to download all 5 albums from Endale.
No.
that wasn't funny. Anyway,
That shit was hilarious. What the fuck?
Anyway, like I was saying, if y'all have not seen this movie, I'm
You got a
sorry.
horrible sense of humor.
Tell me, man.
If y'all have not seen the movie, I'm sorry. We're gonna spoil the fuck out of it. So,
By the way, everybody, that would be me.
yeah,
I can watch
I
it.
kept trying to tell your ass to see
Yeah,
the
no,
damn
I know,
shit.
I know. But I kept hearing mixed reviews.
What
and I
were
was
people
like,
really saying about this shit?
Bro, I heard one dude. All right, check this out. One of my coworkers, right? He went to go watch and he said, "Dude, don't watch that shit. That shit was ass. Save your money for Endgame." And I'm like, "Damn, okay." Like,
You said save your money for Endgame, like you had to choose.
Yeah, no,
you were gonna choose.
no,
something.
do it
it's like-
anyway.
It's one of those things like, all right, don't use it right here. You know, save it for something that you for sure want to go see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's pretty much what he was saying and shit. And then, over the weekend, for some fucking reason or another, I don't know, maybe he actually did secretly like the movie, but he went to go see it again and posted on Instagram saying this is worse the second time around.
Why'd you see it another
That's
time?
what the fuck I was
So he
thinking.
gonna tell you.
So
That- I know.
And then he goes and
You know,
wastes his
and the
money
funny thing,
again.
I was gonna ask him that shit, but he didn't go into work today. So there's that.
So he goes and sees it the first time and tells you it's trash.
Yep.
And then he tried to convince himself to go see it again. And then he goes
he was like,
and then he goes on social media and says this is trash the second time. You gave money to Jordan Peele again and
I'm
made
sorry,
him.
bro. When you go see him, you should ask him, and as soon as he starts talking, as soon as he goes, well,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on, bro.
shit is that?
God damn it, where'd it go?
Wow, bro.
No, where's my shit? There we go. Why the fuck did I play the first time?
God damn!
Took you a while.
That's foul. I pressed that shit right here. Anyways, yeah. As soon as he starts talking,
Yes, rewind.
as soon as he starts talking, well, hit him with that. That's it.
God damn.
I don't have the sound bite on my phone. If I
I'll send it
did,
to you.
for sure.
That's mind boggling. So he pissed himself off twice. That's just.
Well, the first time was like, that's innocent. You can't blame him for
See,
that.
when I saw that happening, I was so pissed off. I never wanted to see that piece of shit again.
Okay.
Again. I'm not going to spend money. Did he have a date or something?
That's what I'm thinking, honestly.
Did his girl want to go see it?
That's what I'm thinking.
I
I
didn't
don't
spend money on that.
I don't
was
know.
Pissed off. This is when I was working at Blockbuster, and I get 10 free rentals a week, and I was pissed off. I wasted a free damn rental on that bullshit.
Oh my God. So you going to tell me that movie really pissed you off? See, because people went on social media, they were like, well, not everybody, because this shit got like a 94%
There was
rating.
no middle ground. Either you loved it,
Loved
liked
it,
it, or you hated it.
Or you hated it.
There's no middle
I'm
ground.
more shocked that people legit hate this movie. Because it was spelled out for you in the fucking trailer. Just... What'd
It
you
was spelled out
expect?
for you for the first 10 minutes. Like, I'm surprised you didn't even.
How did
catch it.
you figure out the fucking ending? Because I don't know how... It crossed my mind, but I don't know how you figured out just like 10 minutes. Because how?
Fam, as soon as her tether started turning around,
Her
and then her
doppelganger
eyes
twin.
and then her eyes went big, and then the very next scene is them in the. It's either they're in their car or they're in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
As soon as that went through, I was like,
It was the opening credits.
Well, even then, I was like, they didn't show her escape or get out.
And then you just put two and two together just like that.
Just like that. I was like,
I
they did
guess.
They did it.
I
and I even
guess.
nudged my sister. I was like, watch, it's going to be her. And then...
I would have been pissed at your ass if you would have told
Well,
me
no,
that.
because then she realized it before we even got to the end, too.
Like, towards the end? Or like...
She realized it when they first saw each other. Like, when all the families first saw each other. she realized, she put two and two there. She's like, why is she the only tether that's talking?
Wow, y'all fucking up on a game like that? I was just enjoying the fucking movie. I
don't do horror movies like everybody else, man. I want to figure out what's going on.
It wasn't really a horror movie. It
was. They've been announcing on fucking everything.
Have you watched
it? It was more of a suspense drama.
Yeah,
but because it's labeled as a horror movie, whenever I think of horror movie, I'm like, I want to figure out the why.
Why do you want to figure it out? Just enjoy the damn movie.
Because I don't fuck with horror movies.
Yeah, me neither. I'm the same way.
I mean, I enjoy.
I try to figure it out before it happens.
Wow,
I mean,
y'all ain't fun.
That's kind of the point. The fuck?
Shit, y'all just trying to ruin the whole fucking.
Nigga, you ain't no fun. There's a fucking app that got 5 albums, and you talking about the end of the world.
Yeah, it's called movies.
No,
I want to see this time. It's like I want to be entertained, and I was kind of trying to figure it out at first. Because at first when I saw it, my first thought was, they about to switch, but I was like, nah, that's too fucking obvious. Like, I was thinking he was gonna go a whole different route with it, but then when it happened, I was like, oh, okay, you did do that. Okay, not saying it killed the movie, because I fucking love this fucking movie. I saw this shit 3 times. So once by myself, second with my friends, and I had to take my mom. I fucking love this movie just off of Lupita Nyong'o's performance.
I liked it. Like I said, I wasn't going to give it the first. You wanted an answer like literally right after I left the theater.
Because
where do you rank this? Where do you rate it?
Because this movie was fucking.
Can I sit with it for a weekend?
I can do that with music, with movies. I know exactly how I feel as soon as I get done watching it. Like,
movies
I know exactly how I watch it.
Movies for me are there's so many visuals going on. Like listening is when you listen, you have to process different versus seeing something.
Well, exactly.
So when I see something, I'm more so like, okay, let me make sure my eyes aren't deceiving me. Type deal. So let me just give it out until the weekend. And it's not even to say let me go back and see it. I just want to see how I would feel about it if certain things would stick out. And then when the weekend left, I was like 4 out of 5. Like, I'll give it that. It was good.
Oh, that shit was just fun. I just know when I see a movie, I know exactly how I feel. If I know it's trash, it's fucking trash, and I'm never going to see this shit again. I know exactly how I feel about it. I'm not going to go revisit it. I'm not going to do none of it. This shit, I went back and saw it 3 times. First time I've ever really done that. Last time I did that was with Infinity War. This one, because there's so much shit in here that just, like, they give you clues. It's not meant to be watched once. You gotta watch this shit like 2 or 3 times if you really give a fuck, depending on how you feel about it. They left hella fucking clues for you. Like, Jordan Peele was smart. I'll give a round of applause. Is this the round of applause? Mm-hmm. I'll give a round of applause for that. Now, this is what y'all need to do. If y'all going into this expecting another Get Out, don't do that. Look at this as a whole other movie. That's how I looked at it. I don't know why everyone went in here thinking they were gonna get another Get Out. I don't know.
I mean,
Jordan Peele.
I know Jordan Peele.
It's a horror movie.
Yeah, no, that's why.
He called Get Out a documentary. That's what he called it on Twitter. And then he said,
I think niggas were mad. But when you go look for that shit on wherever you're looking at it,
yeah, it's in the horror.
It's not going to say documentary. It's going to say horror.
I know, but that's how he looked at it. And it kind of was in a way.
I'm surprised at you, man. Whenever a fucking rapper says, I'm dropping a mixtape, it's on iTunes, that shit's an album. But then he said it's a documentary. Nigga, that was no documentary.
No, I didn't mean that shit. I didn't mean that shit, smart ass. I didn't mean it literally. I knew it was a fucking movie. Yeah, I was just saying how he looked at it, like the social commentary and shit like that. I got it. I know it's the damn fucking movie. But anyway, to this damn movie itself, the whole movie was fucking awesome. There was clues throughout the whole shit, especially with I Got 5 on it. Like, Loonies are that it's immortalized now in like hip hop music, but now it's immortalized in cinematic history now. Because you hear the movie like how many times you hear it? Like 3 times?
I don't remember. I saw it once.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you hear it 3 times in the whole.
Apparently, I didn't need to go back and see it 3 times because I was like, I got most of it.
Well, yeah, that's you, not me. I had to make sure everything, because I saw it from different angles. Like the first time you see it, you see it from what's her name, Adeline. Or added on. It's Adeline. There you go. Yeah.
It's Adeline.
It's Adeline. It was a D. Anyway, you see it from her point of view, or quote unquote Adeline, and then, her name's Red, the twin, pops up with the family, and fucking she's all talking with a hoarse voice, sounding like Batman on crack. She sounds like if Batman smoked cigarettes for too long and the hole comes in the mouth, that's Red.
Did you also catch why everybody else, their tethers were just killing them immediately, but it...
Oh, yeah. The second time around, yeah, I caught that. Because they didn't kill Adam. Well, quote unquote Adeline because they know she was one of them.
No, you missed it.
What?
The whole point was that the Tethers killed their counterparts because they had no attachment to them, so they were just taking over. Red wanted revenge on her, and she wanted slow revenge.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why she didn't do it quickly.
Yeah.
Because we thought it was just their family. Come to find out, it was happening all across America.
Or
all these Tethers
the world.
All these Tethers no, it was just America.
Are you sure it was just America?
Yeah, because remember they said we're Americans.
We're Americans, but they never specified if it was
remember,
just
they said it was an
world.
American government. It was American government.
No, she never said American government. She said man. She said man made this. She never said
our government.
She said man made this.
Okay, well,
I saw it 3 times, nigga. I know what she said.
You saw it 3 times and you still got it wrong?
I'm saying.
Shit.
No, she just,
Man,
you didn't even see this shit.
So?
Ain't no so. Shut your ass up.
Either way, if it wasn't, why were they going to Mexico then? If it wasn't just American made?
Yeah.
See, it's like Jordan Peele said. It's up to your interpretation.
Well, now it's interpretation.
Hey, I'm just saying what she said. What
When it's
she
music
said.
and the artist says it's up to your interpretation, mixtape and all that, it's a fucking nah.
No,
It's a movie.
Is it on?
when
is
he
it on
said
iTunes?
no, when he
Okay,
said I'm
iTunes.
going from what the director. Hey, this is movies, bruh. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say, I was talking about I Got 5. There's one little part in here that I've noticed when they were playing I Got 5 on it, and she was snapping her fingers off of beat and shit like that. I remember everyone was pointing that out in the trailer. I was going like, well, maybe Lupita is just naturally like that. That's what I first thought. But then, like when they played it again, they played the fucking cinematic version. I'm just gonna call it the cinematic version, the one you hear in the fucking trailer, because she was fighting Red. But she was hella sloppy trying to fight him. She was just avoiding him on some fucking Jedi shit. And the song was playing, and she was hella sloppy. So I'm thinking. So after that, someone pointed out to me, it's like, yeah, you hear it again, and she's off beat. Meanwhile, Red is exactly on beat and avoiding everything. And that was another clue. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, the whole shit's fucking just the cinematography. And Lupita Nyong'o needs a fucking Oscar nomination. Hopefully.
Winston Duke was getting off them old dad jokes.
Mm-hmm. He was representing Jordan Peele if he was in the movie.
Like Winston Duke did a great job. Like usually when you hear dad jokes, you're like, that's just corny. Yeah. He was getting some dad jokes off where I was like, oh shit, that's pretty funny. All right, I got you for sure.
Mm-hmm. And the cops are on their way.
But even then, the whole time too, like I'm watching it, it kind of killed the whole argument of, you can't have a horror movie with black people in there because black people know exactly what to do. And then when they running out to the car trying to leave, she gonna get into a fight with the daughter about who drives out in the fucking open. It's like, you don't shut the fuck up and get the fuck in the car and drive out. Yeah. Like I was watching, I was like, damn, that killed an argument, man. We do the same shit.
My mom was saying the same shit. This is some white people. You remember that part he said when he got the keys, like when she got the spare key? Like, how'd you get the keys? Like, what's this white people shit? Yeah. What kind of white people shit is this? Niggas were hella mad, but I just didn't. But the part, like, all around the whole, and the little, they just get like the Michael references in there, kind of.
I mean, they're Thriller.
Well, like
and they had the hands and
whatever
the fuck it was.
The hands across America.
Hands across America. Wow. Because the settings first starts in 1986 when she's a little girl. And then it fast forwards to when she has the family now.
Mm-hmm. But there was like layers to it, like symbolic reason, because I guess he said he got inspired by Thriller, and she was wearing a Thriller shirt. So the whole shit on the whole Thriller shit is that, like in the video with Michael, he was if you want to talk in Us terminology, he was a tether and he was like a regular person too. So he was like the zombie and he was the real and he was like the real person, just like Lupita's character, I guess. And then even towards the end, and also they got inspired because they were wearing like the red shirt, they were wearing the red jackets, kind of reminiscent of Michael's jackets. Oh, yeah, and then the glove, the single glove, of course, and they were walking like zombies. Mm-hmm. And then like in the end,
wait, did they touch any kids?
Don't get punched. Anyway, like I was saying,
yeah. What happened to your shaft?
Anyway.
What happened to your shaft? That is powerful nigga.
Yeah,
I have a bad habit of interrupting.
I was trying to
the
talk.
Holy Grail.
I was trying to talk anyway, like I was saying, like I was trying to say. Fuck, you fucked it up. Anyway,
I wouldn't have fucked it up. You didn't press the damn button.
no, I'm trying to talk. Anyway, in the end of the movie, she kind of gives like the same look that Michael gave in the end of Thriller. She kind of gives that like stare.
Oh, that turnaround.
Yeah, like she kind of looks at the kid, and the kid kind of figures it out. There's like a whole bunch of theories and all types of shit. But yeah, highest grossing like opening numbers for a horror movie. Period. So Jordan Peele, 71.1 million. Yeah, that was a black movie. Black man did that shit. I thought Paranormal Activity 2 was the one that grossed that much, but nah. Jordan Peele did for an original movie. They said that I guess it crossed like even Avatar. So,
damn.
Yeah. So your boy, he contributed to that.
That's
let him know.
Your boy, because he went and saw it again.
Oh yeah, for sure. I forgot. I didn't even realize what was
let
going
him
on.
know, like it was that bad, but you just helped it go number one, motherfucker.
Yeah.
For real.
I just didn't understand how people really just were trashing it. Like really like stone cold trashing it. Like really?
Right, because again, if you paid attention in the first 10 minutes, you got the twist. You just need to figure out the why.
I guess.
And I guess people were looking at it for, you mean to tell me it was right? Like, people get pissed off when
they feel like their intelligence got messed with?
Yeah.
How's that? Your intelligence getting messed with? How did I know?
That's to you, because there's been times we've talked and you're like, oh, he tried to piss off my intelligence. And I'm like,
no. When pissing off my intelligence, it's like what happened in the happening. That pissed off my intelligence.
Right, but for somebody else, maybe their intelligence wasn't pissed off.
Nah, maybe it's just...
There's a whole community that likes the happening. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I think they're the most dangerous. They're some of the most dangerous people in the world.
They must be fucking idiots.
But that's another
Trump
story.
supporters, probably.
So, anyways...
I'm just saying, I don't know, maybe it was just a certain amount of intelligence. Maybe it was just thought-provoking. They had to maybe think, maybe. They don't like thinking. They like shit that's in your face. I don't know what they were expecting. They were expecting to get scared. I don't know. It had creepy moments, but it wasn't scary.
It was a suspense.
Yeah, it was a suspense thriller. Psychological thriller, in a way. So... yeah, go see this shit, people.
I'll probably go see that one.
Well, we spoiled it for you, so you already know what's coming.
See, that's the thing, though. That shit don't bother me.
Unless we spoil Endgame and you don't see it, you be really
I
mad.
will punch you in the balls.
I might like it.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is powerful
that dark, too.
niggardry at work.
No
Hen.
pun
That wasn't dark. That was very bright.
Give me what I want.
That was very bright. What the?
Give me what I
I
want.
just... no, anyway. Anyway, they showed the trailer for Endgame when I saw Us. And it looked great in big screen. I was like, oh, motherfucker.
Whatever it takes one?
Whatever. Yeah, it's the only one they're showing. They're showing TV spots for it, too. It's like the same fucking scenes over and they ain't showing shit. They said they made it official, apparently, because Fandango posted it saying it's going to be 3 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah, and apparently
enough.
they're not even showing anything from the movie.
Fuck it.
Well, I'm cool with that.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Just saying, I'm a little mad with the 3 hours and 2 minutes. Like,
You want
That's
more?
it?
that shit's 4.5. I got
For
time.
real.
You all saying
I binge
that
watched
shit.
the whole fucking season of Game of Thrones in one fucking day. Like, I clearly got time.
Yeah.
I think
Put
everyone
an
has
intermission
time.
in. I'll take the intermission.
Sure.
I'll take a little 45-minute nap. I'm good.
Why not?
Man, I watched Goodfellas. That was a good 3 hours. Titanic was 3 hours. Avatar was Avatar like 3 hours?
Something like that.
Something like
Godfather
that.
2 is 3.5 hours.
Yeah, there was an intermission
And
with
then Lord
that.
of the Rings.
Like,
The
3
Return of the
hours.
King,
3 hours of
all
walking.
three of them. All three of them.
Well, 3
3 hours of
3 hours of
walking.
walking. Yeah.
And then the third movie, just saw it and just tossed the ring in there and just moved away.
Yep.
Yep, still classic though. Return of the King's fucking fire.
Yeah, they talking about, what was it? They're going to start playing the movie at like 5 and 6 o'clock.
Something
showings
like
when it
that,
drops.
6 o'clock, yeah. So
I'm
we
in
can
there,
get out in
man.
time.
I am in there. You mean tell me I could wait traffic out the entire time by watching this motherfucker? Oh yeah, I'm in there.
They're probably going to have 8 o'clock.
Easy.
They're probably going to have 8 o'clock showings too. Like, whatever the case, man.
Yeah.
And I'm in Milpitas where it's nothing but majority elderly anyways.
True.
So, and the Great Mall movie theater just got recliners.
And assigned seats.
Come on. And the science? Nah, I'm in
AMC
there.
got
Yeah,
assigned
man.
seats
I'm
now
in there.
too.
Oh, do they?
At Eastridge, yeah, they got everything's assigned seats now.
Good. Nah, I appreciate that because
I
there was a
might
couple. There was a few times me and my brother went and we needed 3 seats together. There were 3 seats where we couldn't sit together and shit. You know what I mean? So we just bounced.
I might even buy a second ticket just so nobody sits next to me.
Wow, you going extra for that shit. Yeah, anyway, there was some trailers that dropped last week too. They showed the Toy Story 4 trailer. That looked fucking emotional. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if Woody gonna die. I don't know. How can a toy die?
It's a sunken place, bro.
Huh? Toy
That's a
Story?
yeah. You saw the I'm saying, don't look at me like that.
No, I'm just looking at you.
Like, come on, you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah.
You know, like how there's that whole like place for the old toys and shit.
Oh yeah,
that's the sunken place.
Oh shit,
yeah,
that is a sunken place. Oh shit, stay woke, Woody. I don't know, but they're saying this is going to be the last one. I thought the third one was like the best closer, but you know they got to give it. I think 4 is going to be, I guess, the epilogue. This is going to be like an epilogue Toy Story, I guess. Yeah.
I hope
whatever.
I'll see it, but I'm like,
man, it's Toy Story. I'm seeing that shit.
Oh, of course,
of course.
I'm
grown
some
now,
big ass
kids,
man.
man.
I'm not crying over no damn toy. Like I'm grown.
No, man, you gotta have some emotion.
I mean, I ain't gonna cry over the shit, but I mean, might feel a certain type of way.
And there's another trailer, Quentin Tarantino's 9th film. It's going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's going to star Leo, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margaret Robbie. This is I guess it's like the 9th movie of Quentin Tarantino.
He's got one more, and then he's out.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he's going to only do 10 movies. All classics. Every one of them. Well, yeah. Well, which one was blah? What was it? What was the...
Let's go down the list.
Pulp Fiction. Classic. Was Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Classic. What was the third? Jackie Brown. That was a classic. I was watching that this morning.
That's borderline.
That was good. Kill Bill 1 and 2.
That's classics.
Is that count like as 5?
I don't know if it's 2 or 1. Either way, it's a classic.
Okay. Django Unchained. Classic.
Kind of went down over the years.
Nah, I watched that yesterday.
It's a good 4 out of 5.
But see, it's still, these are all quality fucking
movies. What was the Grindhouse movie? The car? That's like,
didn't he have that one though where it was like the 8 Thieves or some shit? Wasn't that him too?
That was the Hateful Eight. That was like.
Didn't you complain about that?
I didn't complain. I said it was just a little bit too long. That was like 4.5.
So
it sounds like a complaint.
That was like a 4.5. That was like a 4.5.
It's not a classic.
How's that not a classic?
A classic's perfect across the board, isn't it? I thought that's what a classic was.
Perfect. Well, it's like a 4.5. It's really, really good. There was another one. There was Hateful Eight, and then there
Dust
was...
Till Dawn was his, or no?
No, that was Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. I'm trying to think of the other movies he was in that he did. I saw Django Unchained, and then I said Reservoir Dogs. I even ranked them up, too. Anyway, Quentin Tarantino's that nigga, so... or that white boy. I can't wait for this. And, didn't he do another movie with Leo? Nah, that was just Django Unchained. That was it. Yeah, this is. I think this one's gonna follow the fucking Manson murders or some shit like that. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
They said 1969.
Yeah, it's going on. What was going on in Hollywood during the Manson murders and shit?
Is this the Zodiac Killer?
No, this is when the Manson murders were going on, supposedly, allegedly. Let's see what other movies are going on. Is that Cardi B gonna be in her first movie, along with J-Lo and hella other females, and this is gonna be about strippers getting back at Wall Street clients.
Yeah. Premise is fire.
Yeah,
I definitely want to see that.
That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's another bag secured.
Speaking of getting bags secured, Cardi B, what's it called? She's trying to trademark. She's pretty much trying to trademark her. I can't even do this shit. I can't do that shit. After she said she heard Kim K say it on TV, and then she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking copyright this shit." Because Kim K did say that shit. Her and her whole family was saying that shit. She's like, I gotta copyright that shit. And then they tried to get mad at Cardi because she was copywriting the shit, and she went on Instagram and was like, "I'm gonna secure all the fucking bags I can right now. Fuck that shit."
Should have went and said, "Fuck
the king."
Oh my god.
Dead ass.
I don't know, but then again, that just goes to show that the common person doesn't understand, isn't business minded.
Yeah, nah,
and that's a hell of a,
it's a bag.
No, that's a black eye on America as a whole. Your citizens don't understand entrepreneurship.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's how you gonna try to proclaim the greatest country, but the majority of your citizens don't understand entrepreneurship and get pissed off when you do something like this.
Well, look at the whole ass nigga in office.
That ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it does.
Because even beforehand, motherfuckers don't know business.
It represents us, or us.
Obama was office, and still people didn't know anything about entrepreneurship.
Well, a whole ass nigga kind of represents stupid motherfuckers. So it is what it is. Speaking of more stupid motherfuckers, stupid.
Yeah. So Cardi, while she's getting the bags, she's also been coming under scrutiny for claims that not only she made in her past, but recently Blueface and NBA Youngboy have been caught on video basically saying that they're not in this for the love of the culture. They're in this strictly to get the bags.
I thought Cardi's been made that known.
Well, for her, they actually picked up the footage of it, and she went a little bit more into detail on what she was saying. And from what she was saying, I could definitely understand how it would rub people the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because her, not verbatim, but her basically what she was saying was, I don't give a fuck about trying to make a lasting impact with the pen and the legacy. I give a fuck about that. I just want to make music that'll make me a bag. So,
I mean, I followed Cardi for like the longest time. I remember she kind of said that on what's his name? What's his Combat Jack's podcast, and a few of the interviews she did back in the day when she was still doing the whole Instagram shit, and she kind of said the same sentiments. And I was just, so when she got big, I was not surprised how she is. I just don't get how they bring this shit up now. Now everyone's in their fucking feelings.
Well, it wasn't that they just brought her up. It's a running theme because two current rappers.
Well, yeah, Blueface and them,
are saying it, and they just happen to have footage of her, so it fit.
Yeah,
I'm
not
gonna say it fit the narrative.
It fits their narrative,
but it
goes along with what's being like put out pretty much.
Yeah,
because like you can't say it was forced because it actually lined up with what the other two were saying.
Well, I get it.
I'm not necessarily mad at what she was saying.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Cardi.
Her mind frame comes from a hustler standpoint.
Let's say with Blueface.
I was a little shocked with it though, considering that she has an album that has received the accolades. Like her album did more than just get her bags. Her album was just like
they gave her superstar a spotlight.
Yeah, but it was off of the music,
off the music that she
and
wanted.
then it didn't add up when she says this, which was some years ago, but then in the past year she's been fighting against people saying that she doesn't write her own stuff and she's not real with her pen. So it's kind of like from that aspect, I was like, okay, is it Uchi Wally or is it One Mic?
Has she been fighting with people who question her pen? I don't think she hasn't really been fighting with them like that.
Well, it's been an argument. It's been an argument where she's constantly been defending herself. She's been going on social media, even if it's not to fight. She's going on the defensive to defend, saying I write. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, you just said you didn't care about legacy. You just want the bag.
But that was back then. This is now.
I understand.
Yeah, that was back then, and people can change.
They can change, but you got to remember. That's always going to follow.
But why should she explain herself? Is what I'm trying to say.
Here's the thing, Drake shit with Quentin Miller, that's gonna follow him no matter what your eyes, right?
Yeah, but with Cardi, she's
Same
not.
thing.
But with Cardi,
Same
she's
thing.
never called herself like a queen of rap or anything like that.
No, you're right.
She has never called herself that.
Now she's taking pride in her pen.
When did she say?
So
when did she take pride in her
shit-
pen? I've never
if
seen
she's
her
defending
say
herself,
that.
that's-
No, defending her like her. Just like she's defending like her art form. She's defending her hustler mind form.
You defend because you're taking pride in what you worked for.
Yeah, she's working her ass off, but now it's kind of just like, why y'all getting on me for doing all that shit?
So you're trying to tell me that if by chance I put out a tweet that she saw saying that she didn't write her shit, she wouldn't come back at me and try to say something?
She probably would block your ass.
Okay, either way.
Like the same shit. That's
Either
the
way,
whole
bro,
same
that's
shit.
a fucking reaction.
Like
That's
I
what
get
I'm
you,
saying.
yeah, but that's how
know what
Cardi.
I mean?
That's how Cardi's been for like the longest time. Like I'm not like defending. I'm just saying from what I have seen throughout her whole, I guess, the career she's been doing right now. Like she never really called herself like the best rapper in the world.
No, I'm not saying that.
No,
she
I'm
has.
talking. That's what she has. That's what I've seen. She's always just said, I'm just making music. I don't want to make music for everyone to enjoy, and like you said, just to make a bag. And she's been doing that for the longest.
Okay, but more recently,
I would say over the last year,
Yeah.
it's been centered about her pen and what she
and that was all
doesn't
directed.
write.
That was directed more towards Nicki. From like kind of started that whole narrative and shit like that, and she's just getting more irritated because now everyone's like, "Oh, you don't write your shit. You don't write that shit."
Yeah, but why would that bother her if she don't give a fuck?
It's more than that. They don't really just talk about her pen. They talk about everything, and I think it's just a combination of just.
But she's
shit.
directly responded to pen only.
Not just pen, no, just everything.
No,
all the shit
but
I have seen.
But
that's
what I'm saying is that if you
We're
respond
talking about
to it,
one thing though, bro. Like,
It's
you know
just
what
a
I mean?
pen. I don't really think it's just a pen thing that's really just fucking with her the most. I think it's just everything.
No,
else.
I'm not saying that that's fucking with her the most, but
Yeah.
that does draw a reaction from her every single time.
because what we're saying is
it's not that it's the highest.
If it doesn't
thing,
bother
but
you, it's not going to
there.
draw a reaction. So
Yeah,
clearly,
but we should know how Cardi is. Everything's gonna get a reaction out of her. That's what I'm saying. Just the littlest shit. She's a sensitive ass person, and anything she'll say, anything that people will just say to her, she's gonna just blow up. That's just on Cardi's end. These other niggas, That's the one I just like, that, like the Blueface shit. When he said that shit, I was just like, this doesn't surprise me. YG, what's his name? NBA Youngboy, that doesn't surprise me. All these niggas don't really surprise me. They don't really in it for like the art form like that. It's just like whatever. For Cardi's case, she has a whole personality that she can just become like I guess a gimmick in a way, or just like make money off of it in her own way. She can just be herself. So these niggas.
But see, what's the difference then? I guess that's what I was gonna get to, is what's the difference?
What do you mean the difference?
Because what's the difference from her branding herself as a character versus these two branding themselves as characters that are just in it?
Well, Cardi is who she was from the beginning. These niggas are just.
But how do we know this isn't Blueface from the beginning? Like, we're literally
Blueface, yeah, we've seen he's pretty much just like he said from jump, he's just hustling.
I mean, he said started rapping like 2 or 3 years ago.
No, last year, pretty much.
There you go.
He started just rapping just last year,
so this is who he is.
It's pretty much exactly who he is.
So that's what I'm saying. So what's the difference between you saying this is who Cardi is versus?
Well, just with that, it's just
Blueface
I just don't like his music. That's just
thank you. That's all we were trying to get to.
That's just what it is.
That's all we were trying to get to. But you have a bias.
It's not that biased. It's not that biased.
Well, it's a bias. You just said you don't like his music.
No, it's not that biased because I know what he represents. I'm not even mad at him. It's just like it's music that's just not for me.
That's a bias again. That's exactly what a bias is.
No, that's not being biased. That's just, no. If it's not. I don't like you. It's not like I don't like you or hate you or anything like that. I don't like you or I don't hate you. I just don't care. There's a difference with that. If I just don't care, I just don't care.
Yeah,
Cardi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you care?
Musically, she cool.
That's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say, dog. You have a vested interest in one that you don't have in the other two.
Okay.
And that's why you're defending Cardi the way you are.
because I've been more. When I say invested, I observed a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've observed what she does, so it's kind of just like okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We've also observed what he's done, and really the only thing he's done is just get caught with a gun. He ain't been acting stupid. Like he ain't.
Yeah, he's not doing.
He really hasn't.
He's not doing what 6ix9ine's doing.
Yeah.
Nah.
6ix9ine is the whole damn gimmick.
Yeah.
He's the one that fucking just said that shit.
That's where I was getting to, which was. What was the difference between her hustle, which we've all agreed that this has been her from day one, which was she was more than just a rapper or an artist in music, versus Blueface, who's just seeing this as a means to his ends. And then once he gets what he gets, he, for all intents and purposes, is likely out.
About just like Trinidad James and shit.
Right.
What, you just asking what the difference is?
Yeah, that's all I was asking.
Oh,
so when you said I don't like his music, that was the difference.
Oh, okay. Well, point I'm just saying was because there's no more love for hip hop and the culture when it comes to certain rappers. Yeah, I don't know. There's no love for this shit. When you look at the fans and all types of shit, nah, there's no love.
That's a tough question.
I mean, hip hop is mainstream. That
like,
kind of says a lot.
Because hip hop is pop now.
Yeah,
literally.
And when I say it's pop, it's because it's the #1 genre in the country. Mm-hmm. So that's all that pop is. Pop is just the most popular.
Especially when you look at the damn fans, when you look on Twitter and shit like that, and just social media, period, and you see how some of these fans act, and it's just like, and how fickle they are.
It's corporate.
They're just fickle.
It's all a trickle down from the corporations.
They're fickle as fuck. They will literally jump on any hot trend, and then I don't know, man. Sometimes I just don't even get involved in it no more. I just like the music I like. Cause they don't do this in like country. They don't disrespect legends in country like that. They don't disrespect the rock people. They don't disrespect all the other shit. Only in hip hop and R&B they disrespect legends like that.
That's false.
Like, what do you mean not false?
Was clown. Everybody was shocked I listened to Nickelback.
Yeah.
No, they're not legends. I'm talking about
that's a legendary ass group that's top Billboard nonstop back like every time they're on top.
I'm talking about when I say disrespectful legends, I'm talking about like the Garth Brooks and the fucking Guns N' Roses and like big time like rock or like Queen, all that shit. They never said. I'm trying to say they never called them trash. They're fucking washed. They like Rolling Stones. That fucking Mick Jagger still.
Well, let me ask this: how many conversations have you been in to know that for a fact? Because I don't know that.
True.
No, I listen to like some podcasts sometimes for rock podcasts and shit like that. No, what do you mean? No. I'll take that back. When you look at the fucking charts, when you look how they sell out fucking tours and shit, how you look on the Country Music Awards and they give them all them Lifetime Achievement Awards and all the people that look up to them and pay respects to them. You don't see no other young country dude going on Instagram saying, "Oh, that nigga's that old cracker is trash." Like,
but that's the thing. Like, I don't necessarily look for it. So I wouldn't know. I guarantee there is a demographic where if you get into it, a lot of, let's just say, for example, a lot of fans of grunge rock, they don't feel that grunge rock gets the respect that it deserves. So then when you bring up some of those legends, a lot of the fans of those legends are like, well, who gives a fuck about grunge rock? It's just a little fad here or there. Yeah. So then that pisses off them. They're like, well, fuck Garth Brooks then or whoever. Yeah. So I guarantee it happens. We just don't see it because we don't got a blog for rock music or country. Like, all the blogs are catered with hip hop and R&B
because they're the ones selling this shit.
Right. So that's why I was saying I'm not gonna go 100% and say that doesn't happen with other genres. We just don't see it.
I just don't see it or don't hear it. But I'm just looking at if I see Garth Brooks still selling out fucking stadiums in fucking 2019, and I see all these other, like, they still have respect for them.
I mean, but like Jay-Z sells out.
Yeah, we're just now getting to that age where a lot of those rappers. We're just now getting to the age where a lot of those rappers aren't dying.
Yeah,
at a young age.
It's just
but now they're maturing into adulthood.
It's crazy seeing like fans disrespect like the Hoes or the KRS Ones and just saying that their albums were always trash. They were never that good, and other rappers are better than them. And it was just like, dude, respect your fucking elders. Like, fuck?
A lot of it has to do with just hearing all that shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure, I don't necessarily know, but I'm pretty sure that if you don't see that, it's because people have a history lesson on that particular genre, whether it's rock or country or whatever.
You gotta grow up with it too. Yeah, that's the thing. Because I guarantee if I were to hear something,
but they have to show some respect.
Well, no, it's not only that. I guarantee if I were to hear something rock that was back in like the 70s, if I didn't grow up on it and I was first listening to it just based off of how it's evolved and the sound of it now, I probably would look back and be like, why the fuck is this a classic to you guys? Yeah. But that would start a shitstorm because it's like, oh, well, you need to respect your history, but it's like, I don't know the history.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying about
the same thing with hip hop.
That's what I'm saying about hip hop. It's all corporate because a lot of these fans who are younger, they don't know about the formation of history before they start signing to these labels.
They don't care to look through their history. That's the thing. Yeah. That's the sad part about it. It's just he's got to do better.
I mean, it's not really taught, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, it's not. Like, you can look up documentaries now, but how recent has that come about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you got the whole Ice-T shits and all that other stuff, but it's just whatever. It's an evil world.
I mean, it really is just a lot different because when I was graduating middle school, we had to do an exhibition project, which was the final project of the year to graduate. My project was on the evolution of hip hop. I was like 12 or 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up with it. But I can't be upset when a 12 or 13-year-old today don't got that knowledge because it wasn't passed down.
It wasn't passed down to them.
Now, on one hand, a lot of people could counter that with say, well, the internet's out and it's booming now, so you can go. But the thing of it is if you ain't teaching the youth where to start,
right?
If you ain't playing the right albums for them, showing them the right artists.
But see, that's where the disrespect with the older artists come in because older artists should feel that you should know it right off the top of your head. So when you come aggressive at somebody who doesn't know,
they're gonna push back.
And that's where that's with the whole KRS-One shit. I've noticed it's a lot because he comes across as holier than thou, and I've been saying that ever since the Nelly.
He's just annoying.
I
understand. I'm just saying, like, pay respects to the elders and shit like that. But you right on that shit because some of these dudes, like some of the old, I guess you can call them the old heads, they have that, that bitter look. They kind of look down on them and shit. Like they're like better than everybody and shit. When in reality, it's just like, no, you just need to accept these people for who they are and shit like that.
I mean, it goes back to when Ice-T was beefing with Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
like he was like, they're doing all these dances, and it was like, didn't you have a song that was dance? And not only that, didn't you come out a time when Doing the Butt came out on Billboard and was like big all over? Like, what's the difference?
Oh, when niggas were going in on MC Hammer and shit like that.
Right.
Ice Cube and all of them were dissing him, saying he wasn't black enough and all that other shit.
That's why I don't buy the argument that, oh, well, things would have been, the old school was we just knew what to do and how to act. No, because if you put social media in front of them too, they would have been fucking around doing the same thing too.
Oh yeah.
Don't be holier than thou when it comes to that. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm just saying the overall concept of that argument. Don't be holier than thou that you give Tupac access to Instagram and Twitter.
It would have been a rap.
It's a whole different story.
It would have been a whole fucking rap. I don't know, hip hop fans, y'all just need to do better. That's all I say. Just do better. Rappers, artists, all that shit, do better. But
the one thing that kind of really just irks my nerves though is, I mean, you know, the internet is booming and all that, right? If you're gonna be in the shit and you actually care about what you're doing, do some research,
right? Like, especially these writers, and especially some of these writers or some people that talk about the culture and they have no knowledge of it. That's the shit that gets on my fucking
that's
nerves.
my thing. If you're going to represent the culture, you better. That's when I take issue with it.
Another story.
Like, if you're a rapper and you just say I don't rap over this shit. I'm a rock star. I don't want to rap over this gay ass boom bap shit. Like, what?
But hear me out.
Back to the
there's a difference. There's a difference with that. That's where I draw the line. What I was saying was, if you want to be a spokesman for hip hop, and you want to try to serve as like the historian, then you got to pay it. But as far as like Blueface, that statement don't bother me. I wasn't expecting Blueface to make it past 2025. I'm talking about Lil Uzi do that shit.
Of course.
I'm saying, like, based on his music, I kind of guessed that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So my thing is, like, thanks for being honest. Get as much as you can get.
They would walk, and that's why I respected Waka Flocka when he said, "I ain't trying to do that whole Lupe shit. I'm just trying to make music that I wanted." And I was like, okay, at least that's why if you're honest from jump about it, cool. But just don't come out like you fucking holier than thou at the end of the day. Yeah. So
there's that. And then speaking of, motherfuckers need to do better.
Daniel Caesar should have never opened his mouth. I never knew he had a gap like that.
Daniel Caesar, man, from Fraudulent to what the fuck are you talking about?
Wasn't he in our top 10 albums?
What kind of shit is that?
2017, Fraudulent.
Damn.
Yeah, so
he was a fraud.
So of course, following up with the Yes Jules situation that we basically skipped over.
Yeah.
Daniel Caesar, off the heels of the John Mayer, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I guess he was in his feelings.
Yeah, definitely in his feelings.
Because he was gay. Gay.
Why are you and gay?
No.
You have a bad habit with that button. You pressed that button at the wrong time.
That shit way too fucking much.
I just love that button.
Anyway. But you can't yuck for just saying gay.
Or mentioning Oprah.
Alright, man, when the gay community come at you, man, that's you by yourself. I'm not jumping on nobody just to be
I love gay people. Pause. I welcome it.
That didn't sound very endearing.
Anyway, go on with your story about Daniel Caesar.
Yeah, so on the heels of it, he then, I guess for a lack of better words, in the honor of Yes Jules, was questioning black people.
Man, he was on his own.
Let me drink before you say something
ridiculous like that. That's the only way I can say it.
Yeah, he was defending her.
Without her statements, there's no reason to bring this up.
I guess her honor.
In her honor.
Game of Thrones reference shit. I don't know what to tell you.
Ah, shit.
They speak very proper on that damn show.
Yeah. So she then started questioning black people why they were, quote, disrespectful, rude, and mean to white people. Yeah. Basically saying everybody should be treated as equals. We
also love each other. Yeah, love together. He sounded like a smart dumb nigga.
Like, if that's what they were mean to us years ago. You can't change that and whatever. People didn't like that.
Obviously. Obviously.
I don't. He cleared up that he was drunk.
No. Then D-Ray tried talking to him. He's like, I just spent like a 2-hour conversation with him. He's a young man. He understands it. He goes back on Twitter and says, "Oh no, y'all can cancel me if you want." I was just like, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
See, that's one of those.
A lot of people reached out to him trying to
talk. They tried to pull like I guess he talked to Joe Budden too, and even Joe tried to talk some sense, and even he wasn't making no sense to him. So at that point, it was just you on your own, and that's how I feel about it.
There was a lot of people who were pissed off about it.
Why?
And from jump, I was just like, he's Canadian, right? Like, I'm not taking anything that a Canadian has. No, it's no offense.
Yeah, no.
But as far as American culture and treatment is concerned, I'm not taking a foreigner's what they have to say to that. Like, it's not stopping my day. But for whatever reason,
niggas got upset.
And it was so funny because the majority of it was black women. And I kept trying to figure out, I'm like, why are y'all so upset about this shit?
Because it was so connected to his music.
Then I went back and was researching when Fraudulent had come out. A lot of motherfuckers, they knew about his teeth. a lot of niggas was clowning him about that shit. They came to his defense so fast and no, leave him alone. He makes great music. And then just to hear this, I'm like, so that happens when you put all your chips in on niggas that you don't really know.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the music. They will cancel him, and because I bet you he'll drop something else and it'll sound really, really good, and they'll forgive him.
Yeah,
that's what they always fucking do. Always try to cancel him. See, cancel culture. They all need to cancel each other on some fucking Agent Smith and fucking Neo shit. Literally, come form together and just blow the fuck up. Just explode and cancel each other out.
But that was my question for y'all.
What?
When it comes to certain stupid shit like this, do you take into account somebody's background? Meaning, if they're not a part of the culture, do you give it more than a thought, or
no,
you just be like,
I just keep scrolling. When I see stupid shit like that, first of all, the nigga had buck ass teeth and blonde hair, and it was at this point, I'm like, when the fuck you get blonde hair? And I started seeing a pattern of niggas with blonde hair when they stay super shit. Kanye, this nigga, and Chris Rock. And a few other niggas. You could keep digging. I don't know. But when you have blonde hair... Oh! Triple X. He had blonde hair. You can look at fucking 6ix9ine. He got some blonde in his fucking color hair. Whatever. At this point, if you have blonde hair and you black, you gonna say some borderline, like, racist shit or stupid shit. At that point, this is just who you are, and I just keep scrolling. You're in the sunken place. I just keep on scrolling. I just don't put no mind to it.
Gotta stay off the drink, man. Like, when you're on the drink, put the phone down.
No, why
There's no reason to be
no, I got a question.
This is why I don't drink. I don't get caught slipping.
I don't understand why these niggas need to go on IG Live and speak to their phones. I don't understand the logic of them just holding up their phones, like talking to it, like they're fucking freestyling, like Eminem,
man.
like they're fucking free. Like you remember in the beginning of 8 Mile with Eminem?
Platform. Why the fuck not?
No. Well, you remember in the beginning of 8 Mile with Eminem is just looking in the mirror, just doing shit. That's what I visualize these niggas doing on their fucking phones. It's like, dude, and you have
it goes back. I was gonna save it for just the mentions, but I guess now is a perfect time to input it. It goes back to the videos of us seeing those bitch ass motherfuckers when they put hands on the women. You got the white guy that put hands on the bartender, was literally like cold clocking her face up all throughout the goddamn parking lot. And then you got the nigga in New York who's just stomping out the homeless woman on the
They
train.
found him, by the way. Yeah. They arrested him.
Yeah. Now he's proclaiming that, well, she threatened my family and the whole nine. And I'm like,
nah. I just understand the niggas that have their phones up and they didn't go and do nothing.
But see, that's what I was saying.
That's just, I don't
it's
get
the
that.
fucking drug. You just trying to get likes and retweets off of another motherfucker's pain.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
You don't even empathize that somebody's going through pain. You just see it as, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to get. And the funny fucking thing is they get all these retweets, these likes and everything, and they don't get no fucking followers.
And and then they go like,
seriously.
And then they go like, oh, since you guys are here, go on my listen to my podcast, listen to my single, go on my Instagram, but it gets no retweets at all.
Every time I see the fucking memes, but we need people to follow the accounts for fucking
for what? Why? Stupid. God damn. Daniel Caesar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Yeah, it just,
press it again because there's more.
Oh yeah.
More powerful.
There's powerful niggardry at work.
Wait, there's more.
Martine, would you like to lead us in this?
Let me open my phone because I was just going on a whole rant. I was just getting irritated, and I felt this is going to irritate me.
Oh yeah.
Swaley's apology.
No. Kodak Black.
Pac is your boy. Pac's your boy.
Saying I'm on the same level as Pac, Big, and Nas.
Like, he's not a... I don't get mad at that.
I just keep scrolling, so let's just keep going.
This irritates the fuck out of me,
well,
dog.
you can go on.
Lie.
I'm saying he's the one who put it on the notes. That's why I gave it to him.
That's you. I just keep on scrolling. When I saw it, I kept scrolling.
All right,
that's what you need to start doing, Martine. Keep scrolling and just don't let it affect you.
No, motherfucker, hold up. You just kind of this whole shit about Daniel Caesar and his blonde hair.
But I was proving a point. Then prove your point.
Anyways. Nah, man, this dude said he's on the same level as Pac, Big, and Nas.
What kind of shit is that?
No.
And I'm just like, bro, and the his validation was the fact that he lives what he raps.
I guess you could say he does. You've been in and out of jail, so he clearly lives what he
But
raps.
you trying to tell me Pac didn't live this shit?
And he rapes chicks.
Not necessarily all of it, but you know what I mean? Like, and you can't say the same thing about Kodak. You know
Kodak
for sure
Black,
he don't do every fucking thing that he says.
But he does abuse women, and he's going to court for that shit.
Did he put that on wax?
No, he's
Okay,
actually.
well,
Yeah,
he
no,
doesn't
he
live
did
with
do that.
rats.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he did put that on wax. He probably does. He looks like a gremlin anyway.
But I'm just saying, bro, that shit kind of irritated me just because I know Pac's history. And for you to say that you're on the same level of Pac because you actually live what you rap, like,
You
come
know
on,
he was
dog.
trolling you, right?
I like his ambition. Like it always goes to me.
Is it an ambition of a writer?
Maybe.
Don't deny it.
Ambitions of a Florida man.
Shit.
Oh, I know. Shit.
For real.
No, it doesn't piss me off just because it's like, number one, again, I always go with just because I don't think it and just because the majority of people wouldn't think it, doesn't mean that the artists themselves shouldn't think it. Like, if you feel that way, then for sure. But then at the same time, I was listening to this story and I was like, the same nigga that said Sticky Fingers was in his tour bus. Like, of all motherfuckers to be on your tour bus and to get some shit with you, it's Sticky Fingers.
The rapper.
Turned actor.
Blade. He was Blade, too. I remember that.
Like,
Was he?
Sticky
yeah.
Fingers.
Like the Blade original show. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I just want you to think about this.
I'm listening.
For 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Kodak Black said he whooped Sticky Fingers' ass and punked him.
5.
Think about that for 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2.
Do you
Hell
see,
fucking no.
Do you see
Hell no.
Do you see any reason to be mad about this story now?
Man, alright, no.
This nigga just be saying shit.
Yeah.
That's why I just kept scrolling. I
He's
literally
Florida-
just kept
He's Florida man with the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ambitions of a
I-
Florida man. That's all it is.
I honestly just didn't care. I really just didn't care. I was like, whatever. See, Triple X said he was better than Pac, and he said a whole bunch of stupid shit, and I just kept scrolling. It's like at this point, when I see rappers, little young rappers that say this type of shit, you just gotta learn to keep scrolling. So,
I'll say this. When they say it, not only do I not get mad,
yeah.
I just be like, okay, show me. And then in 2 years' time, we know the answer. Even
Exactly.
though I deep down know the answer.
Or maybe
Yeah.
a year. Or maybe a year.
But, you know,
you're being nice.
but
giving them
see-
2
But
years.
let's say this.
You
Let's say
nice.
back in the day, YG, when we didn't think what YG was going to become, had said something around that realm. But then he produces My Crazy Life and Still Brazy.
I would have kept scrolling, and then after, if he would have produced that shit, I would look back and like, oh shit.
That's my point, which is, if you say it, all right, I'm going to give you some time. Let's see if it happens. That's all I'm saying.
Let the universe handle
yeah,
it.
I get what you're saying, man.
But usually
I just
niggas
don't
don't
feel
say.
it, 'cause
Usually
you
niggas
know.
don't say that type of shit.
I'm like, because you know, man.
Fam, when you look at Kodak Black, do you see Tupac, Biggie, or Nas?
I see a gremlin.
If you don't, then they ain't nothing to get
Ain't
upset
nothing to
about.
be mad
I
about.
feel you.
Laugh at it.
Not
I
even
feel you.
laugh.
I feel you.
Admire his courage. Because he's the only nigga that's going to say it.
No, there's a lot of niggas that say that type of shit. There's a lot of these young niggas
Didn't
that say that
someone
shit.
else say that shit
Didn't
too,
Lil
though?
Pump say that shit? Or some other
Well, I'm
rappers?
saying he's the only
Yeah.
one vying for himself. Lil Pump is the only one vying for himself.
Ah,
So
okay,
when
I
they
got
say
you.
it,
Lil
unless
Pump
it's their
also
own
said-
followers.
Lil
like-
Pump also. They also
Like I
said that.
just
What's his name?
knowing the history, knowing who these people are, for him to say he's on the same level just wasn't.
Yeah, didn't Lil Pump even say that his album was on the same par as fucking Life
Oh, he
After
said he was
Death?
the best lyricist.
See, I mean,
Somebody.
not Lil Pump. It was some other rapper that said that his publicist said that his album's on the same level of Life After Death or some shit. Fucking Loki kind of reviewed it.
Oh, fucking Juice WRLD.
Yeah, Juice WRLD.
Oh, that
that
shit.
nigga.
Reasonable Doubt. It's his.
Yeah.
Reasonable
It's
Doubt.
his Life
Nah,
After
nigga.
Death.
Nah.
Fuck out
Nah.
of here. Anyways,
My favorite, one of my favorite stories of the weekend. I've heard of Dirty Mackin, but I ain't never heard of no damn Dirty apologizing. But this nigga Sway Lee, I gotta give it to him. I gotta give him a round of applause in some aspects.
A round of applause?
I don't like the dirty apology, but I like the audacity and the gall that
just
he
the
had.
audacity that
Okay.
he had.
I
just to
see
say
where
that.
you're going.
Yeah, because, and at this point, everybody knows the fucking back and forth between him and his girl at this point. The shit's been going on for like a year and a half, all in front of social media. Which, once again, put your fucking phone down if you really care.
I've been putting my phone down.
So his girl, either his girl or one of her friends was recording the conversation this nigga was having with her. And long story short, she was upset for the infidelity. And this nigga went and said, well, Keisha stayed with Gucci when he was fucking thousands of women and
hella
fucking
bitches
with her.
Yeah, she was fucking
Chance the
hella.
Rapper's wife stayed down. This nigga was broke.
And I was like,
Doing
when I
his
heard
girl.
that shit, I was like, hold up, wait a minute, time out. This nigga was cheating on his girl, and then another nigga was broke. And I was trying to find a correlation, and then my brain just was about to.
The correlation is staying down no matter what. That's the correlation.
Thick and thin.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
No, but I'm just whatever. Just fucking whatever.
Infidelity
and being po
and no money. Yeah, it's like no matter what, you know what I'm saying, you still there.
You say it's not, but when I ran this by Larissa was like, well, you're not thinking of it from a woman's standpoint, because on one hand the infidelity is obviously stepping out, on the other hand being a broke nigga, we're probably most likely thinking of, oh, nigga that's trying hard, trying to get to his dreams. Their thoughts are, no, this is the nigga that stays over throughout the weekend and just sits on my couch all damn day, don't provide nothing and whatever. So when she broke it down for that, I was like, okay, there's actually a tighter correlation there. Okay,
yeah,
I got it.
That's what I was thinking. Not everybody's fucking Chance the fucking rapper, because Chance was broke trying to get his day, like you said, trying to get his money. This nigga was out fucking cheating. It's.
I think he said something earlier though.
I don't want to try to make sense.
I know. I think he said something earlier because maybe he did say something about Chance's infidelity. It just got cut off because she was speaking. Because I did hear Chance's name earlier. I just couldn't make out what he was saying before he got back to him being broke.
Yeah.
So maybe it was the example of, well, this nigga was doing it and he was broke and she still stuck with him. And if that's the aspect, then yeah. But what I loved was the comment that I saw was this nigga left and said, it sounds like this nigga down 28-3, but I still got faith that he can pull it out.
I guess. I don't know. I don't care. I just don't.
Sometimes you gotta care about shit that just makes you feel good that you're not in that situation.
Oh yeah, I feel great.
Real,
I feel great, but I just don't care. That's just like, that's like, damn me. Just keep scrolling. It's just like I just don't want to put my energy into it. But it's just. Anyway, T-Pain, this is what I kind of feel bad for. He was doing an interview with Rob Markman, and he pretty much said that he did all the well-known features you've heard back in the day with him. He did all that shit for free. He didn't charge none of these artists. And then when it came time for his album, they never returned the favor. That shit made me feel bad. I felt bad for
That's
that.
that bullshit.
That's that bullshit.
Trash.
I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
it's an evil world we live in.
Like, I know he has a good heart or whatever, but it's like, damn, he gave you guys classic ass hits, and y'all did not pay that nigga at all. I think Khaled looked out for him. I think he's like,
we know the usual suspects that looked out for him.
Khaled,
like you Wayne,
yeah.
Ross.
You sure,
like,
Wayne?
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
Cash money. You know how they weren't paying people.
I would imagine
exactly.
Wayne,
so
not Birdman.
No
Birdman, yeah, that's
you know
Birdman. I mean? Wayne and his relationship, they're ready to do an album with each other.
Yeah, true, that's true. Yeah, Wayne.
And on top of that, we're not even talking about just the money. They were doing songs with each other. They were trading. That was what T-Pain was talking about.
Yeah. And they didn't jump on his records. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. But they get on the Khaled record. They get on these other niggas' records.
Rick Ross is on a bunch of track lists for T-Pain.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like the usual suspects. I'm talking about other people and shit.
Yeah. You can, if you go back in his discography, you could actually tell
which ones.
Yeah.
It's that's fucked up.
Like, I didn't see Ludacris.
Ludacris was on Chopped and Screwed.
Yeah. He was on the 3 Rings album.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My fault.
Yeah. And they were on All I Do Is Win Together. Like, they've done records.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. The multiple
Okay, so he's
records.
not talking about just this last album. He's talking about
he's talking about all throughout his career.
Oh, okay, yeah, that changes.
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking just this last
I know
album.
Kanye was an asshole to him during the whole 808s process. I don't know if you heard those stories. Like, he said, like, he actually made a song saying your beats are trash, and he made the whole studio just start roasting him. Like, he was a big ass. Kanye was a bully to T-Pain in the studio during the whole creation process of 808s and Heartbreaks. It's fucked up.
You noticed something?
What?
T-Pain rarely been involved after that, and
that's it.
And it's a shift in music that let's leave it at that.
What do you mean shift in music?
I'm saying, like, if you think about the times T-Pain was there for graduation in 808s, because he was there teaching them how to use
the auto-tune. Now we get to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which there was can't
imagine hearing T-Pain on that, so I'm not giving that. But once you get past that onto all the other stuff, really when you get outside of Kanye's fan base, everything's questionable in his discography.
What, Kanye?
Yeah. Like you made the argument last week that Yeezus was critically acclaimed, which rightfully so, but really when you go back years later, it's really only the fan base that defends that. I rarely hear people that are like in the middle of him defending that album.
Like me. That doesn't happen.
You didn't like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Once again, where do you come up with that? Like, I don't understand.
It was good.
You didn't like
So Appalled.
Okay. And? See, there you go again with that fucking button.
Hey.
I'm saying though, bro, like, seriously, you come off with some, like, random ass fucking thoughts every single time. It's like, bro, I did not say that.
And in my narrative, you did.
I was like, in your narrative. That's what I'm trying to say, motherfucker. That's what I'm getting
I'm
at.
confused. That's why I'm quiet. I'm like, nigga say you don't like one song, but then that means you don't like the album.
The whole
Yeah,
album.
seriously.
The
And
whole
it's not
album.
even that. I even said that I like the album.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Anyways,
so
yeah, back to
Jesus and then T-Pain. What was the whole point about T-Pain and Kanye? No, he just hasn't been around. A lot of people haven't really been around for Kanye after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah,
That's
but
when he started striving off.
He wasn't really even in, like, the spotlight, like, at all.
Who, T-Pain?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, T-Pain disappeared.
You know what I
Damn
mean?
near.
He went away for a while.
He went away for a minute. He was still making music, but he did disappear for a minute. He ain't going no features
I
or
wonder
nothing.
if someone might have had something to do with that.
Who, like Kanye? Like,
Yeah.
Nah, I think probably he just kind of
I mean,
That's when he
Because
got
he
pissed
get
off
shit
about not
on.
getting. I think it's when he got pissed off about not getting reciprocated back
by
He's
people,
like, well,
by
fuck it
other
then.
people, by all
I made
the
enough where I
artists.
can live off this, so let me take a break.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, he took a long ass break for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad he's kind of coming back now. So dropped an album. That's cool.
And it was good.
Really? Yeah. It was
Yeah,
decent.
no, it was good.
And this little slow ass year, well, the first quarter has been fucking slow as fuck.
I'm not mad at it, man. First quarter being slow allowed me to get into some
Other music.
some under the radar, and I'm glad I've got to it, which we'll get to later. But for now, we just passed the 25th anniversary for Above the Rim, both the film and the soundtrack.
Great movie. Great soundtrack.
And
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo. That name always bothered me still. Like, y'all can.
Why did Marlon Wayans agree to that?
Different name for this nigga than Boogaloo.
Why didn't Marlon Wayans agree to that? I know it was the 90s, but shit, even Pac made fun of your ass. Like, dude, you could have just...
I mean,
And then even Marlon's response to it when him and Pac did that interview together was fucking funny. He's like, what are those black kids calling themselves these days?
Boogaloo! He was still on Living Color when that shit happened.
Yeah. One season was season 4.
Yeah, I did not know all that. External hard drive.
I'm
For
telling
real.
you.
Shit.
I've been trying to say this shit.
I know that, but fuck, man. I don't know that much shit. Anyway.
I knew it, but a little cheat code for you. I also listened to his episode of Drink Champs last week.
Oh,
And they went
okay.
over that.
What's
So,
that?
it's fresh in the memory.
Well,
But I
okay.
knew that going in. But
See?
But you already knew, so whatever.
Anyway, yeah, the 25th anniversary of Above the Rim. Great soundtrack.
Ain't just a great
movie.
fucking soundtrack. It's a fucking
Great
classic.
soundtrack.
Yeah, yeah. Great classic.
Shit.
I was going through, I ran it back just, 25th anniversary. It was one of those where, number one, to me it caught me, I won't say it caught me off guard, but I just found it interesting that the setting of the film took place in Harlem, but they went all the way out to the west to get Death Row to
do the
handle the
soundtrack.
soundtrack. So if we were, if this came out today, and that happened, it would probably be a little shitstorm and firestorm. East Coast motherfuckers would be pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Of course.
But somehow, some way, they made it work to where it didn't matter. Like, if you really listen to Regulate's really a universal record. It's not just a West Coast record.
Yeah.
It's very universal.
Definitely.
If you listen to Afro Puffs has this, like, East Coast
Rough
grind.
and tough with my
Yeah.
Afro Puffs.
Big Pimpin' is very West Coast, but it's not over the top West Coast to where you can't hear. Like, I'll give you an example. When Birdie was rolling up to the tournament with it playing, it didn't look out of place.
Because it was Pac.
No, but even then,
Like, shit.
But even then, Wood Harris ain't a West Coast nigga as far as I know.
Yeah.
And they rolled out
Right.
that, like, it seemed
it just flowed
Yeah.
well into it.
Nah, I hear you.
Of course, Pac's roots would pour out a little liquor.
Pour
like
out a little
this.
liquor, of course.
Yeah. The second track that Dog Pound did, which was Dog Pound for Life, which is one of my favorite corrupt verses of all time.
And I'm sure you know it inside
That's
and out.
definitely
Inside and out.
a dark record.
Front and backwards.
Yeah.
It's definitely a dark record. But then I was going through the other tracks too, which were like some of the, I don't want to say lower names, but the names that you wouldn't expect to be on here. Like, I'm looking at SWV when they had the song Anything.
It's the opening track.
The opening track that then turned into the remix that featured Wu-Tang and became a big ass hit.
Damn.
Like, it burned that.
God damn.
What else we have? The duet with Aaron Hall and Joel with Gonna Give It To You.
Give respect to Aaron Hall.
I'll Be Sure showed up on this motherfucker.
Damn.
I mean, like,
Yeah, that's like a
top,
90s.
Yeah, top to bottom.
Definition of the 90s.
This is like one of the.
star-studded and
This is one of
shit.
the few times where the soundtrack exceeds the movie. If you think about it,
I would say is equal to it.
It's equal. Because
I wouldn't say
the classic.
Because I was going back and looking at it. Above the Rim is more of a cult classic than it is recognized a critically acclaimed classic.
You're right.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is a critically acclaimed soundtrack.
More in the hip hop realm, yeah.
So from that perspective, it's like I can't remember a time where, I mean, unless people want to count Purple Rain.
Yep.
Where they view, but even then, there's a lot of people that. That's like the only example I could think of where it's more viewed of as a cult classic for the movie. Versus the soundtrack / album is critically acclaimed,
right?
And has critically acclaimed songs on it.
I was like Space Jam soundtracks like that.
But was it critically acclaimed for the soundtrack though?
Yeah, it was Michael Jordan was the reason why.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan. Everybody went crazy for Michael Jordan. But
I'm not talking about the movie. No, the movie was critically panned. It's a cult classic, but the soundtrack was just off the tracks that were on there. It's still talked about to this day. It's still one of the best.
But I would say it's more so talk about hip hop, not overall.
Yeah.
I don't hear a lot of people outside of hip hop talking about Space Jam.
Some people do talk about that, from what I've heard. Some people do still talk about that.
Well, I said the majority of it. Like I don't. And again, that's me not looking for those conversations outside of the community. I just don't see it outside the community.
Yeah. Space Jam soundtrack is dope, but the last classic soundtrack that you had on there, shit. What was the last classic soundtrack?
I don't know if you guys heard this one. It's called Black Panther.
Oh, the Black Wolf.
Yeah, all that classic stuff. Still fresh.
No, that's the classic.
Talking shit.
I think the A Star Is Born soundtrack. That's gonna go down as a classic. Just off top, that movie
potentially, but I had it low. Like usually when I'm thinking of like classic, the classics are in like my top 5, top 10 tops.
But that's you.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Once again, you don't listen. Once again, you only listen to what you want to listen to.
I'm just saying.
And then you tune out and you aim for this goddamn button and then you press it.
Right now. That's why I said. That's
see how I narrated him into it.
That's why I said that's just you. I just reiterated what you said.
But sometimes you don't need the reiteration. I just said for me.
Okay.
That's why I said.
Okay.
You got to reiterate it.
All right. Anyway, for the classic soundtrack, for me, like you said, Black Panther soundtrack. I think that. It's just how dope it still sounds, and when you go back, I re-listened to it last week.
It's kind of hard for me to call it a soundtrack, but I mean it is.
It's an album,
but it is.
But yeah,
it's literally a fucking compilation.
The Star Is Born soundtrack was really good. I think that was like the last, because like you said, around that time period, it was like a drought of soundtracks. Even before those albums, I want to say what was that movie that we saw? Birth of a Nation. The Birth of a Nation soundtrack was really fucking good, and that movie was really fucking average, and that still pisses me off to this day.
The first House Party soundtrack was great.
I'm talking like recent. Like,
but I'm going back to
just
there
all around.
And then even to go back with Death Row, like a lot of people don't even know because it's not streamable. But Death Row released a second soundtrack in 1994, which for a lot of people it may not be a universally critically acclaimed classic. But for motherfuckers who know about Murder Was the Case, that shit hits still to this day. And the funny thing to me about it is, it all started because they remixed Murder Was the Case, turned it into the single. Everybody at Death Row was like, let's do an 18-minute short film for it. They did a short film for it. Dre was like, let's do another soundtrack. Suge was like, let's cut the check. They got everybody and did a whole nother motherfucking soundtrack to it. So these niggas in 1 year released 2 soundtracks.
Hov did that with Streets Is Watching. He did that with Streets Is Watching, did a whole fucking mini movie and then did a whole fucking soundtrack for no fucking reason. It was like, oh, fuck it, why not?
And with classic records, like, it's one thing to do a soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's another thing to do it when you got classic records. Like, the first 3 tracks on Murder Was the Case is the Murder Was the Case remix, into Natural Born Killers with Dre and Cube, into What Would You Do by the Dog Pound.
Hit after hit.
And then that's when they came for the introduction to Danny Boy, who of course many people know him from singing on All Eyes on Me.
Right.
They had the joint track with Jodeci and Dog Pound. It was the introduction to DJ Quick being involved with Death Row. Like, there was a lot of stuff that went down with this whole scenario.
Right.
It's wild to me.
Don't forget the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack.
Which one?
The Waiting to Exhale.
That was a good one too.
Bodyguard.
That was a great
Boomerang.
Yeah.
Money Talk. Money.
90s
More Money.
had the soundtracks.
Yeah.
Period.
Once they figured out how to
Friday
do it,
soundtrack.
All of them.
Bro.
Yeah.
The Nutty Professor 1 and 2. That was in 2000.
Because I remember going back, and again, it's just because I like to look back at the history of the culture. So going back, I remember there used to be a point when cats would look at the soundtracks as, okay, this is where we got to introduce the artist. This is where you got to regain your buzz.
Yep.
You're not really there yet, so let's see what pops off. In the 90s, it was like niggas was begging to get on the fucking soundtracks. Like, no, I gotta be on the same soundtrack.
I forgot another one. The Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack was pretty fucking dope too. The Into the Spider-Verse.
No, that shit was actually
that was a good soundtrack. See, yeah, because back then, man, the Step Up 2 soundtrack was good too. I forgot about that one. Man, back then they used to actually give a fuck. Just they gave a fuck about the movie and how the music that was going to be played in the movie and the soundtrack. Yeah. Now it's pretty rare, so it's kind of like, yeah, man, it was a lot. That's an art form in itself. The fucking really Preacher's Wife soundtrack, man.
I wasn't too fond of that one.
I liked it. That was pretty dope. Yeah.
It was like they tried to bounce pop and gospel together, and I was like,
oh, that one.
Kind of not feeling it.
Yeah,
but all right.
Yeah,
it's Whitney. Whatever.
Whitney, of course.
And Denzel's in the movie, so y'all can get away with it.
The Batman soundtrack with Prince.
Which one?
With Prince. The one that Prince did.
Yeah.
You didn't like that?
I like Bat Dance, but other than that, it's alright.
The last great soundtrack, I guess you could say, is the Black Panther one, for now.
That one's the last great one. Looking back on it now, I would have to agree Above the Rim is the last classic, universally critically acclaimed classic soundtrack.
Well, A Star Was Born was critically acclaimed.
That's in develop right now, though.
No, it was critically acclaimed. Everyone fucking loved that shit. It's still, like, I'm just saying from what, I love it, and people, and also, there's a soundtrack that was critically acclaimed, too.
I was more so talking about the hip-hop.
Oh, the hip-hop one?
Influence soundtracks, yeah.
Oh,
the
Hustle and Flow soundtrack was fucking fire.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Django Unchained soundtrack was fucking fire, too. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, those
Hustle and Flow literally just popped in my head out of nowhere.
Yeah, because I remember Young Jeezy was on there, T.I. was up on that.
There's all the Southern niggas that...
And it actually flowed with the movie and shit, because they incorporated sounds from the Whoop That Trick, Hard Out Here for a Pimp. Oh, man, that was good times. Good fucking times. Anyway, what else did happen? I nearly went viral again, but this time I did not want to engage. I didn't want to do it this time.
You keep giving content out.
No, it's just my fucking mind. Because I tried to put it on the fucking the podcast shit, and no one really retweeted it and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, and it was just
you didn't even try to put it in the notes.
No, because
your notes were empty this week. And then you came in here. This is the funny thing about Busby. Yeah. Busby would come here and be like, "I'm sorry, I ain't putting anything on the notes. I was hella busy."
I was.
All throughout the week, his fucking timeline is just nothing like boom and boom, boom. And I'm like, fam, you got time to go on the timeline, but you can't just put the notes in.
I could be working and doing other stuff at the same time, and plus my mind's always fucking racing. So anyway,
well, type it in the notes, goddammit.
Sometimes shit just be fucking slow, and I be seeing it, and I'm like, when I like the whole Kodak Black shit, I was like, okay, no, scroll. It's just like some shit just scrolls. But anyway,
no. The point I was making though is sometimes just write stuff down in the notes first, and then see. Okay, maybe let me just get this off now. Versus, okay, ooh, that's a good one. Let me wait.
I don't wait. I just see it, and it's just like when sometimes I just be like, this is so fucking stupid. It's just the instinct. It's like instinct. I'm
talking about what you think.
Yeah, exactly. Me.
No.
To me.
No. What I'm saying is like what you're about to get into now, which was the Jay-Z.
Yeah, it just popped in my head. I was like, oh yeah, that shit happened. And it was just like, oh, I forgot I wanted to talk about it. But I had so much other shit going on, and I was just like, okay, let me just put this in the back burner. But anyway, getting off topic. Anyway, I nearly went viral again. And because everyone was on, Def Jam posted a tweet that showed Kanye, Hove, and Nas, and they said, oh, who had the best discography? And I was just like, and then everyone instantly, because it was always the usual suspects that are on Jay-Z's nuts, hella fucking tough, and they all said, oh, Hove, automatically Hove, and I'm just like, I like Hove too, but it's just like, all right, I like you, Nas, but you know, this is just the throne, because Nas, honestly, like he has probably like two undisputed classic albums. It was written, and
that's what I got. I don't even say it's written.
You don't like it was written?
It's not an undisputed classic to me. I think it's a great album. It's not an undisputed classic. Stillmatic and Stillmatic.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree with you on that.
I like Stillmatic too, but man, well, that's y'all. Anyway, I was just like, this is between Kanye and Hove. So I was thinking, okay, so how many classic albums do they all have amongst each other? I was like, personally with Kanye, I feel he has 7, but you know, people don't like Life of Pablo and Yeezus, so I'm gonna get like the first 5, which is fucking College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah, just those 5. And I was thinking, okay, with Hove, I was thinking of his first 5, and I was just like, Reasonable Doubt, And I was like, Volume 1 through 3.
No.
Everyone liked Volume 2, but it was just like, no. Even Hov didn't have that up there, so I was thinking of his top 5, which, in my honest opinion, is fucking Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Black Album, American Gangster, and just recently, 444. So I was thinking, okay, I was still thinking about it to myself, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just put them against each other. So I put Kanye's 5 against Hov's 5, and then I put a poll, which is better. And I did it on, I think, my Instagram. I did it on Twitter, like the poll, and then I did it on my Instagram just to see, just to clarify. And majority, everyone said Kanye. Now, I'm not agreeing with them, but I was just like, I didn't feel like flipping the table. I didn't feel like shaking the damn table.
I feel like you...
I wanted... No. I wanted to save it and talk about it with y'all.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's where I was jumping in.
Yeah.
I feel like if you sub out 444 with Volume 2, probably get it a little different. Because everybody has it embedded in their head, Hard Knock Life.
Yeah.
Like, you may not think that Volume 2 is up there, but...
Yeah.
Sometimes when you attach songs and they represent an album, people are more inclined to just go off it based off of one song.
Even with Volume 2, is that gonna hold the candle to fucking like all of the Kanye?
I would say yeah, because as much as I like 808s,
not everyone did.
Probably his weakest one out of that. And if you compare it with Jay's weakest, what would be Jay's weakest one in his catalog compared to that?
In the top 5, probably or those 5 I made, probably American Gangster.
And I'm going to take American Gangster over 808s.
You'll take American Gangster over 808s.
I already do now. If you go through my library, I listen to American Gangster more than I listen to 808s.
I listen to them both equally. To me, I listen to them both equally. Because I love them both equally. I just want to see what the people would say. Because everyone was just on hold without no question. I'm just saying, they're going off him. I was just saying, you know what? Let's take the albums. Let's talk albums. And I was thinking, you just talking the first 5. And I'm going, I'm talking about the ones that everyone fucking... Kanye's first 5, just good for him. It was he just went back to back to back to back, just like how Michael did that was to you, universally acclaimed besides Martine. It was like, okay, it was like College Dropout, Late Registration, and all that, and just like how it was Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. It was like College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, just back to back to back to back. And Hov, it was like once and then like okay, and then it was like, oh shit, then okay, and then if you know what I mean.
See, that's the thing. Kanye didn't drop every year. Jay did.
Yeah, but he bricked a lot.
But you're gonna get those.
But he.
I mean, that's the Kobe theory.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be the third highest scorer in the league, you're gonna expect him to be up there with the most missed shots.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not agreeing.
But that's what I'm saying, because where I come with American Gangster and 808s is, which demographic are you talking to? Because if you're talking to just big old I just love Kanye for whatever he's done, then yeah. But if you're asking hardcore hip hop fans,
I would say American
Gangster is a hip hop album.
Oh, I get that.
808s was the experimental where, even though it worked in my eyes, that's when people started turning off from Kanye.
Yep. Yeah, I get that.
Like that's where if you want to pinpoint where people started getting off his boat, it's that album.
I get it.
So that's where I come into play, and even just musically, I just love the fact that it was Jay over these soulful ass samples.
Oh, of course.
Oh, hell
yeah. Not only was he floating, but when he was floating, it was matching what the movie was doing. So it was this.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we could even say American Gangster is a fucking classic soundtrack, even though it wasn't the official soundtrack.
It wasn't the official one, but
but it tied in with the movie.
But then when you try to compare a whole shit to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it's just like. And that was the hard part. I was just like,
but see, to me that doesn't. It
doesn't exclude them.
I don't say it dictates it, because that definitely holds weight. But it's really one of those where it's like, okay, best for best, which one? Okay, now what's the next ones? You can't be so fixated on, oh damn, well, okay, this one's here, but it doesn't compare to My Beautiful. It's already been done.
The point I was trying to make with that one, I was just trying to say everyone was so hardcore fixed on Hov, and they were trying to discredit Kanye, and I'm going like, are y'all just saying that because you're biased about the whole red hat shit and his attitude, and you're just so fixated on Hov, like you were talking about earlier, like a bias towards just Hov, period.
Right.
When you didn't want to give Kanye no amount of credit. And it was just like, I went to Watch the Throne. I remember, I was at Watch the Throne, and when Kanye came out, he had that shit rocking.
I've openly said that Kanye carried Jay on Watch the Throne. I'm on.
No, but I'm talking about like the tour. What?
Yeah, I'm on record of saying that for as good as Jay was, Kanye.
That's debatable.
No, because if you consider the production as well.
If you consider the production, I'm talking the raps. Yeah,
that's my point. Kanye had an edge on him because he was not only producing it, but he knew what he wanted directly from the sound to then go and write it.
Oh yeah. I get you on that. Yeah, because Kanye like Hov was just writing Kanye's way.
It was a moment. It was. I've never considered it a classic. I more considered it focused on the moment. But there were some things that went on throughout that album, like New Day for me. Again, I've been on record. I hate New Day, not because of the message, but the way it was engineered. That fucking sample gets in the way of Jay's voice
and Kanye's.
You can't fucking hear it very well.
Like they don't cut through.
Yeah, so it's there.
They need to remaster Watch the Throne. That would be fire. That would be fire.
I'm one of the people that I've said that, and going off of those 5, I would still take Jay's. Not because I'm biased with Jay. I just go off of what I listen to the most.
I get you.
And as the years have progressed, I've gone down a little bit more on Kanye and then more so focused on Jay, really thinking of this nigga really was saying this shit 15, 20 years before he was getting the praise for it.
Oh, of course. I listen to them both equally. So to me, I wasn't trying to say I like Kanye's more or I like Hov's more. I was just in a way just trying to prove a point. Like y'all need to get off Hov's nuts and put some respect on Kanye's name. That's all I wanted to say. And and the majority of people, even like hip hop fans, were saying Kanye, and I was like, and it was like, what? And I was like, I would shake this table, but I don't feel like.
But see, that just goes back. But there's
I just wanted to.
But let me
madness.
Allow me to play devil's advocate. Allow me to play devil's advocate. You feel very strongly against the hottest motherfucker in office to the point where we've openly said, if he were curing cancer, you would still give him a side eye. You would, right. But Kanye has done stuff in defending him that's left people with that same response that you have.
What, so what the whole
where it's I don't give a fuck
Kanye, you fuck that shit.
Yeah,
of course.
He's left a stain, so you can't say I understand what you're saying, where you can't be completely biased against him. But on the flip side, you're the same way against the person that he defended, so why wouldn't you expect people to be biased against him?
In a way, yeah, I know what you mean by that. I completely understand that point, but it was just like, when I was just strictly focused on just the music, fuck everything else. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't rape nobody.
But that's my thing too, is because somebody could come to you and say, well, let's just focus on, and this is, of course, hypothetical, let's just focus on him curing cancer. I don't think you would be able to do that.
With Trump? Yeah. If old-ass nigga did that shit, I'd be like, I'd be like, fuck him, but good job.
But see, that's the thing.
I'll add that fuck him, but I would still give him props.
But see, that's like, you wouldn't be able to...
fantasy?
What about that?
Fuck Kanye, but that... All right, good job, bro.
No, that's you.
Exactly my point. That's what I'm getting at.
I get you.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, just making sure. Anyway, I wanted to just...
The point I was trying to make to that was, it wasn't to call you out. The point I was trying to make is, some people feel so strongly once somebody they feel crosses over to the dark side where it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And they can't separate that from the art anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to expect that with Kanye.
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah. Because
Jay's constantly. Every time, it seems like every other fucking week, he's bailing somebody out of jail or he's paying their taxes.
Getting Lil Uzi out of his contract and shit.
And he's still preaching the stuff that he wasn't getting respected for 20 years ago.
Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian and Kanye helped this. Well, I guess more Kim Kardashian helped another black person get out of jail, and it's very mim on that. But
I'll even give him.
But I'm just saying, if Hov did that, it would be like, oh my God, praise. But since it's Kim did it, and they would just look at her with the side eye, like, well, you with Kanye, who fucking sided, and y'all siding with Trump, so fuck y'all.
Not only, I was gonna say, not just Kanye, but the Trump thing has a lot to do with it.
Oh yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm just
keeps going back to that though.
It just goes back to that, and it's kind of just like because the whole. I've just seen the whole double standard with just how black folks are sometimes with certain people, but. It's
the double standard because it goes back to what Larissa and I were saying last time she was on here, which is you want to give her props, and then 2 months later she does something where it's like, why the fuck do I support you too? Because you do some stupid shit, and I'm talking about Kim K. Where it was, she's done this, but still fresh in people's minds who pay attention to the Kardashians. Just a few weeks ago, her and her entire family were trying to attack a girl for something that her sister's husband was doing. You see what I'm saying? So they can't separate that either.
Yeah, I get that.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it.
That's all I was trying to say. Was some people
They're just stuck in their
separate it
ways.
out.
Yeah, they're stuck in their ways.
It is what it is.
Yeah, get that part.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been a dry fucking first quarter.
Yes, it fucking has.
Very fucking dry. Barely any.
We had that one day where motherfuckers music just
and
dropped.
you were saying, "Hey, be careful! I'm telling you, it's gonna happen." And then after that,
down.
slowed the fuck down.
But even then, there's still the way I described it was, it's music that we have to go research for, and I think that's why everybody's calling it slow. Because I've actually done the research, and I'm like, a lot of shit has been dropping. It's just
we don't care.
Stuff you either don't care for or you don't know nothing about. And in this instance, it was I didn't know anything about, which was Lucky Daye. So Lucky Daye had dropped his EP 1 this past August, I want to say, maybe September. And then he dropped his of last year. And then he dropped his second EP 2 last month. So I finally had time where I was like, okay, well, nothing's dropping that I want to be around, so let me check these out.
Just Nav, but
I'll get into Nav a little bit later because I actually checked that out. And I don't feel bad for it either, so don't feel bad for me. I was
about to say, you don't feel bad for me. Shit.
No, don't feel bad for me. I'm not even mad that I did it. I laughed during the whole time. It was entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment.
But Lucky Daye is, the best way to describe Lucky Daye is he's an old soul that's needed in the game, and he's on the come up.
Okay.
Off the first EP, which was 5 tracks, I mean, I sent this to y'all. Martine hit me back like, "Oh, I noticed the first track is Roll Some Mo."
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, Roll Some Mo? Press play.
But then you got Late Night and Concentrate, which is phenomenal. Just great records. And if you actually play these back to back, so the last track on 1 is Ready for Love, the interlude. If you play it back to back, it actually rolls into the second EP.
Of course.
And it rolls into the next single, which is Karma. And then Paint It reminded me, had a very Prince vibe. And I love how they did his vocals initially, which was the kind of, as far as I know, they kind of sped it up. Unless he did the whole Donald Glover thing, which was him actually singing on Redbone.
Oh, yeah.
Unless that was his actual voice, which is possible. I don't know because I wasn't there. But he did that. Real Games was a great soulful joint. And then Misunderstood. I mean, this is my first time listening to him, and it was kind of those ones where it was like, damn, I kind of want to slap myself in the face because why'd I wait so long?
Well, because hella shit was fucking dropping. You had to pile through all the other fucking music to fucking find this type of shit. And you didn't have time to because it was literally so much shit dropped.
No, but I'm officially... I became an instant fan. I like this guy's style. I like it's pure R&B to me. As far as I'm concerned. Like,
definitely.
It's pure.
With a lot of funk.
Yeah.
I love the funk.
You were playing it for me. You were playing it for me before we went on the air. I was liking what I was hearing.
And see, I knew he was a hit with all three of us because Martine's really the one that don't listen to R&B like that.
Yeah.
But when he's like, I like the funk, I was like, oh, he's a hit then. For sure.
Yeah, he cool. Now this nigga... I don't know what weekend season this boy. I don't know what. I don't know if he's his coke dealer. I don't know what he is.
Well, he is a producer. I'll say that much.
Is he?
He's actually pretty good.
Who does he produce? Who does he produce for?
Didn't he produce for B&J on the album? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
B&J.
Yep.
On Everything Is Love.
Oh, yeah.
On the Carters, he was on that. He produced.
He produced. They had to stay that. Do that.
Shit, but I know that he's actually a pretty good producer. I've heard. That's how I heard about him.
He needs to stay that because
Nav is just way too fucking monotone, man. There's no emotion at all, and I can't even call him a fucking zombie because it's like zombies have more emotion than
I remember his Coachella performance, and it was just so.
The Coachella performance when he had the fucking microphone, and it's just. And he's trying to sway everybody like an orchestrator to put their hands, and it's just nigga, not rocking with it. Nah,
that crowd was dead because he was dead. He's just.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he did.
I didn't care to even listen. I remember seeing it, and Weeknd even was I give props for Weeknd. That's his artist, and he's going hard for him. The same way DJ Khaled goes hard for Bravado. We don't give a fuck, but he give props. I guess.
I just happened to be bored. Like I was finishing out my blocks driving, so I just happened to be bored, and I was like, I finished Lucky Daye, and I was like, fuck it. Let me just play it.
Let me just have a good laugh, and then you heard it.
Oh, it was. I remember I got through the first 2 tracks because at that point I was just listening for like. I gave myself a minute and a half tops.
Okay, so you really skimmed through.
Like if I don't like the song, it's a minute and a half, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what you do with the
first 2 tracks.
Roll shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. First 2 tracks, got me all the way to Taco Bell, and when I got to Taco Bell, I just kept laughing all the way in.
You were just like...
Went to the register, and I was like, Grubhub order for such and such. Thank you. Motherfuckers looking at me like, oh, crack.
You're just like...
Yeah. Then I got to Meek Mill, and I was like, oh, the first guest. Meek Mill sounded dope, and then he came on, and I was like, no. Skip right next.
Did Meek open the track?
Yeah.
Oh, that's obvious. Meek got you in as soon as he started talking.
Yeah. Tension at least held me there for a little bit longer. I will say that. So it's not one I'm high on. None of these songs I'll go back and listen to. At least for the moment, I was able to get through it.
He usually has one of those per album.
And then Price on My Head came on, which is The Weeknd's feature, and The Weeknd sounded horrible on this.
Really? Like he just didn't care?
Save it? Nah.
Well, he just didn't care.
Young Thug on Tussin sounded like it was gonna go up, and then it immediately.
Let me guess. It started going up when the Young Thug started rapping, and after his verse was over.
Young Thug was still talking, and I was like, all right.
Also, he was just
still
talking.
Going, nigga, like shut the fuck. No, I mean like he was in his role still.
Oh,
doing what he does, rapping, singing, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He was still going, and then it started going downhill before he even finished, and I was like, nah.
No.
Good.
Damn.
The Gunna, I didn't even realize Gunna was on this record. It literally just came and went.
Shit.
And I was like, all right. Lil Durk was getting into it, but at that point I had zoned out because Nav went before him, and
it was like too late.
I was like, sorry, Durk. Collateral damage, G.
Durk's alright though.
Yeah, no,
I really
I fuck with Durk. But it was just at that point. Again,
how many features did he have on there?
So he had Durk, Gunna, Thug, Weeknd, and Meek Mill.
And they couldn't save the album?
No. Not even close.
It's Nav, bro.
Tragic.
If Weeknd can't even save it, like, no.
Serious.
I mean, here, the last three tracks. Vicodin, Stuck With Me, and Know Me.
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
At least he tried. At least he tried.
He gets
but did he, though?
I
mean, you don't know.
Big Business is his biggest. Shout out to Big Business. If you're listening to this, Big Business, you're his biggest supporter, man. Shout out to you.
Every time I see him, I'm like, yo, what's your cut looking like, my nigga?
He goes hard for now.
Like, what's that nigga's cut look like?
Like he is the greatest in the world, Craig.
I love the fact that he knows motherfuckers don't like it, so he just embraces it.
Yeah.
He's a motherfucking Joffrey when it comes to fucking Nav. Like he embraces
just
the
so
evil.
trash.
Yeah.
I don't say he's just one of those. I just don't.
But see, I like fans like that.
He's not a fan. That's a troll.
No, but even then, when you play the role, I love that when you embrace it.
When you embrace the troll,
you have it for what it is versus you want to go in depth and then just want to attack everybody because they don't like it.
But yeah, that's a stand.
Yeah.
That's Big Business is a troll.
Yeah.
Period. But Nav, I guess you can.
But again, I was bored, so
you were bored, so you did it to yourself, and you're proud of it. I commend you for it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Like I had a good laugh. I was laughing.
Are you actually trying to listen to it, trying to have a good laugh too?
No.
I'm not even gonna make it no effort. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not making no effort to go look at this album at all.
I wouldn't expect you to.
I probably will.
I did it for the podcast. Yeah. And like, as much as I had enjoyment listening to it for a laugh, I was like, okay, now I got content for the podcast. That's my take going into it. Was like, even if I don't like this shit, at least I can bash the shit when I get on Monday.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, who's this other nigga?
Yhung T.O.
Oh yeah, your boy.
SOBRE.
Oh, of course.
I'll be honest.
Of course.
It's just like I'm My Mama Part 1. Like
I didn't hear.
Here's my thing, man.
Yeah.
I've tried through 2 albums with them.
Yeah.
I
paramedic.
refuse to do it anymore.
Here's what I will say.
Paramedic, and then their first.
If you're gonna listen to anybody's solo albums, listen to the boy. That dude, he can actually spit.
Okay.
This guy is more of a singer.
Yeah, like
you know
that
what I mean?
was what confused me too. It was like, so he gonna have an album. He's gonna have an album full of hooks as the verses.
Oh wow!
Basically,
yeah. No,
basically that's all it is, man.
No.
But you know, I ain't gonna say nothing to slander nobody, but you know,
do it.
You calm yourself down, man. Shit.
Do it.
Ain't no dark side, bruh.
Do it.
Nah, man. But I mean, you can say what you want about Nate Dogg's features. Because those shits were fucking epic, classic, however the fuck you want to put it. His albums weren't exactly the greatest.
I'll disagree with the first one. Because the G-Funk classics, the one.
Oh, no. I'll give you that one. Yeah. After that, Music
But he
and Me.
only did one more, which was the Music and Me.
Yeah, okay. But look at that. Look at that.
Right,
He's
but-
only done, what, 3 albums total?
I thought he only did that first one.
Because
I
the
thought
first one was broke
like-
down into 2, so I
I
count
thought
that
the
as 2.
second one or the third one was like recycled tracks. I don't even think it was like an official release. I think it was just tracks that were like in the vault or something.
Right.
But see, but no, I point that out to. I could point that out to. Well, look what happened with Snoop when Dre left and the Dogfather.
Yeah.
It was just a product of those records came when they were all buzzing at one time, and then when they all went off, it
Did the why they all doing their separate shit? Why can't they just stay together?
well, they were all different contracts.
Oh,
Like
They all have their own
Like here's the thing.
Even SOB though, same thing.
Like here's the thing about Death Row. Dog Pound was still contractually obligated to Death Row all the way to like 2003 or some shit. Corrupt as a solo artist left in 97.
Yeah.
They didn't do another. They had to change their name from the Dog Pound to DPG to release the 2001 joint.
Yeah.
The Dillinger and Young Guy. They had to go under different names because of the contract shit. So that's why they weren't doing everything. And then of course Snoop went to No Limit.
The rest
Nate
is
Dogg had a weird ass contract where it was just for like hooks only at the time. And then later down the road when Dre left, they finally brought him on as a full-time contract. But at that point, the ship started sinking. Like it was all contracts that broke him up for a little while.
And it's kind of the same thing with SOB so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Yhung T.O signed to Interscope. Who was it? Lil G and Sneak are both signed to Def Jam. The Boy's still unsigned. Slimmy B's still unsigned.
So how was the album in your viewpoint?
The album was whatever. Like honestly, it wasn't like I'm not gonna fucking go and bash it. I'm not gonna fucking
You just don't
say
care.
it's the best.
You're
Like
just
it
like
was,
bleh.
it was cool to have on.
Background
I
music.
mean, they young niggas doing their thing. Like
Yeah,
I don't want to
exactly,
give it the like. It's not a Nav.
Well,
Nav,
obviously.
I just.
Obviously.
Nav, it's
Yeah,
funny to bash.
exactly.
Like it's just funny to bash.
Yeah.
I remember you
These
said,
guys, they just it's not for me. Like I finally reached that point after listening to the second joint that they did last year.
It's too young Bay for you.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
telling you, man, you should really give The Boy a listen.
I'll give him a shot.
Yeah, but on this one, I'll just highlight 2 tracks, really. Just what I see, it's got like an old like freestyle, like those samples that they've been doing. Like that shit was kind of going. And then Nails Done, Bills Paid. Just the way he was singing.
Everything, man.
That shit. Calm down, Drake. Anyways.
I mean,
Nah, just the way, like, his vocals, his melodies and shit was, like, smooth. I'll give
sure.
him that.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
See, the only ones that have been able to, I shouldn't say the only one, the only group that's been able to pull that off were all the acts as solo acts signed under different labels. It's Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that have been able to pull that off. Like
I was gonna say Odd Feature too, kind of, but yeah, you're right on Wu-Tang.
they had already started splitting up at that point. That's
what I'm
difference.
saying. Yeah.
But see, the thing is I don't understand why in today's climate, because back then it was understandable why Wu-Tang did that. Yeah. Because the labels weren't gonna just drop project after project from the same clique.
Yeah.
So they had to pretty much corner the market to be like, okay, Mev's coming out on Def Jam. Raekwon's coming out on RCA or whoever he was at the time. This one's coming out on Jive or whatever. Like, they had to corner the market to make sure it went through. In today's climate, we've seen Kanye drop the albums week after week. The same label. So I'm not understanding why. And again, that's probably, I don't know what their business dealings are.
QC as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why that would be the format when today's climate, these labels they're more than willing to have a month of just you niggas dropping.
I'll just say this, in the words from The Wire, the thing about the old days, those were the old days.
Yeah.
This is the new era, so that's just living it. Anyway, other music dropped.
Yeah, some singles dropped. Of course, Tame Impala, who you guys really aren't familiar with, but they're headlining Coachella.
I've been meaning to listen to them.
Somewhat familiar with
I've been meaning to listen to them. How was their music?
They're white boys with some funk.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, so it's like
funk and psychedelic mixed together.
Yeah, like I've been up on them for the past few years now, so I'm really looking forward to their album when it drops.
I'm looking forward to Lizzo's album because that ain't my fault. That's like a fucking toe tapper, man. Every time it comes on, I'm just like, I just can't stop. But the video is fucking hilarious.
So Tame Impala dropped Patience.
Oh yeah,
that's the name of the single. Very mellow, as Martine said, very funkadelic. Like it'll get you really on pace to be like, okay, now I want to hear the album.
Yeah.
Lizzo with Tempo, which features Missy. You can tell they went straight to the club for this joint.
Mm-hmm. She's a thick'em. Thick'ems are gonna be loving this record.
Like for me, the first time I heard it, I was like, it's not something I'm gonna put in my regular rotation. Second time I heard it, I was like, this is going straight to the club. Like,
hey man,
that's where they're aiming.
When does Lizzo's album drop?
I think in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm really...
Actually, I think it drops at the end of the month, if not at the start of next month.
Whatever. I'm really curious about her album because she was like 2 for 2. Like the track she released, like I'm still... What was it? I Still Loving You? Or Cause I Love You, and then the other song...
Juice. It was Juice or Juicy?
Juice, and then Cause I Love You, and now this song. I'm curious. So I'm like, okay, we might have that, critically acclaimed album, if you know what I mean. That album, that album that everyone's going to talk about towards the end of the year. Unless, Rihanna and them decide to come.
Logic dropped. He announced his next album is going to be called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Just chill?
And then he released this self-titled, or the same title single. It was more background, but to be fair, I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Just a whole bunch of ribbity rap rapping?
I was playing, yeah.
Was it just ribbity rap rapping?
This was actually the song I played before getting to Lucky Daye. So I was already anticipating getting to him, so it's kind of like...
You were just trying to get...
Yeah.
It's like we said earlier, it's been like a really just dry-ass month. And I was just speaking earlier, I think Joe talked about on this podcast, like, everyone's prepping for summer. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we anticipated it being this slow.
I think everybody last year wasn't in communication with each other, so everybody was living...
So it's just
like stepping on toes.
Here's this, here's that.
Motherfuckers was bludgeoning each other's feet.
It was some red wedding shit.
Yeah. This year, everybody's so afraid to step on each other's toes. Where it's like, nigga, there's a wide open fucking week.
For real.
Drake hasn't
wide open.
Like Drake hasn't even dropped none. Well, he's on tour, so he ain't really thinking about it.
I was expecting him to drop later.
I was expecting it, yeah. And everyone's saying that Rihanna may not drop and all this other shit. I'm going like Rihanna gonna pull a Beyonce. She's gonna drop when she feels like it.
The way that fucking Fenty is going,
Oh yeah,
it's gonna come.
I want the music, but at the same time, I understand.
Yeah, same here. It's gonna come when we least expect it.
The checks is just different.
Also, before you get into the next single, Rich the Kid dropped.
I saw that and I skipped right past it.
I might take a listen after the songs that I've heard. I'm just gonna take a listen. I'll let you guys know.
Keep it real with you, Chief.
No, I know how you feel.
That first album,
that's what I'm saying.
There's nothing for me to want to go back to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know how you feel. I'll take a listen.
All right, I know who he is as an
something.
artist. There's nothing more for me.
Yeah. I'm still hanging.
The nigga keeps getting robbed and like.
I'm still hanging on that Lion King prediction. Remember that Lion King prediction I made last year?
Yeah.
With Beyonce? I was just randomly thinking about it. And I noticed Beyonce has been very silent. Have you noticed that? She has not. You haven't really seen her in public. I mean, you've seen her.
Lion King's in July.
Yep.
It's on time. Perfect time.
Mm-hmm. And she's quiet. She
might pull the Whitney Houston with the Bodyguard.
That was a prediction I made.
Yeah.
With thanks to Joe and them.
Yeah. Looks good. Megan Thee Stallion. I wasn't really impressed with Sex Talk.
Why?
Really?
I didn't hear
it. Was the beat. It was
both
the beat.
of us was just like I didn't hear it.
How was it?
The beat itself was... It's in the same arena as tempo in terms of, okay, when this plays in the club, the ladies are going to go crazy. Like,
but it's not...
It's going to do something.
Right.
But it's not to the effect of... what was the...
Big Old Freak?
Big Old Freak and Pole Dancer.
Yeah.
And Pole Dancer hasn't even really got catapulted, but even like this, it didn't hit me like those first two.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Don't forget about Rick Ross. Rick Ross is. I think everyone is dropping.
I'm calling it the end of spring is like May.
May's when
May for Ross is like the perfect time.
I think so. You think Ross is going to be?
He's going to take us from spring to summer.
So it's 2 Chainz that started it, and now I think I see Ross, and he's quiet. I love
Ross is good for that season, just because if you're going to talk about coke raps, talk about it when the climate's nice.
Isn't that when Meek Mill dropped? Not Meek. Pusha T dropped in May.
Yeah,
with Daytona.
Right, the last week.
Last week, yeah. Shit. Anyway, sad news. Shit.
Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion. She went on Instagram, I think, before the single dropped.
Yeah, on Friday.
She announced that her mom had passed away.
The Thursday, yeah. That was wild. I was like, damn, she was like her biggest supporter. I remember that for a fact.
So we definitely want to send our condolences to the family.
Now, this next person, this set a confusion out of... When I first saw it, it said rest... Like I said, I saw it on Twitter. It said, damn, rest in peace, Tech 9. And I was like, hold up.
I said, huh?
When I saw it, I was like, huh? And then I was like, which Tech 9 we talking? Like, then I went on the search. Like I spelled out Tech 9's name.
How he does it.
Yes. And then everyone was just regularly talking about him. I went on his Instagram. I was like, because I'm not even a Tech 9 fan like that, but it's just like I know what he represents to the culture, and he's a great rapper. And I was like, okay.
Game recognized game, and it's respect. Like, yeah, we got love for Tech 9.
So then I asked, which Tech 9 we talking about? And why we laughing? We shouldn't be laughing. It's like, oh, it's a battle rapper. Oh.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I mean, not to be fucked up.
Like, no,
like, I was saying,
yeah.
not to be fucked up.
I didn't want to laugh.
But
I
it's
did
like,
not want to
dude,
laugh. That's fucked up. I should
like,
not laugh.
I'm gonna keep it.
Don't laugh.
100. You know what I mean? Since
Don't
JC
laugh.
100s, I'm gonna keep it 100. All right.
Martino
Tech Nine.
100.
I've listened to him, like the original, you know, the real Tech Nine,
Yeah.
the more known. Let me phrase
Right,
that.
yeah.
The more known
Strange
Tech
Music
Nine,
Tech
Strange
Nine.
Music Tech Nine.
Yes.
I've listened to him since high school, so when I read the shit, I was just like, no.
But then you noticed the 9.
Yeah, but then I saw the 9, I was like, wait. That's not
So then
Tech.
I had I had to go on Twitter and I was like, okay, just to let y'all know, because y'all gonna be confused. The battle rapper known as Tech Nine has allegedly passed away. Rest in peace. Tech Nine is still here.
You're a good Samaritan. All I did was found that Kenneth nigga, and I retweeted what he
Oh
said.
no, he did it after me. He got more retweets, but yeah. No, I saw it like late at night before
I saw
the
first
shit.
thing this morning.
Yeah. Shout out to him. But yeah, rest in peace to him. He was a really well-known battle rapper.
Yeah.
I never really got into battle rap like that, but yeah, he was.
I'm not necessarily into battle rap because I view it the same way I view N1. Whereas the industry is the NBA,
This
the
is
battles
streets.
is like the streets. I respect it, but it only holds my attention for so long.
For real,
like,
especially it's like a big ass performance art. That's
Yeah.
what I look at. It's
if somebody came up and was like, "Yo, we want to give y'all backstage passes to see it," I'm there.
Oh,
and
same
even,
here, for
and
sure.
even not even backstage. Like I got extra tickets. Like I think that's more something you want to go to live.
yeah,
I can't be on
I gotta
YouTube.
watch it.
I know a
Yeah,
bunch of people
yeah,
that are on YouTube all day watch that, and I'm like,
Jay-Z's
man.
on there, fucking
Like,
tough. I remember
Yeah, but see,
Guru
there's a
said
difference. There's a
that.
difference with that.
Why?
He's a fucking
Rap nerd.
yeah, and he's
He's a nerd, bro.
Yeah,
like,
Yes,
seriously.
Eminem's a
and on
nerd
top of
too,
that, he
yeah.
got the fucking time to do it. I mean,
No,
he
no.
had
I remember
fucking
Guru
$1
said.
billion.
Seriously.
Guru said like there'd be times like recording sessions. Like he'd be sitting like, "Yo, watch this shit." Like nigga, we gotta record, man. Just like, nah, man, watch this shit with me.
Jay-Z, when he wants to watch it, you watch.
Yeah.
Money ain't a thing, bro.
Yeah.
The last battle I remember watching was that Loaded Lux nigga. You gonna get this work?
He go, ho. He gonna get this work.
All first verse. But yeah, rest in peace, Tech Nine.
As of now, I don't even think they know how he passed. I think one of his friends just said he
They don't even know how.
Yeah.
They're still in. Yeah,
crazy.
rest in peace to him. I did not.
Yeah.
Even Kendrick knew who he was. So I was like, oh,
Well, Kendrick was deep into that shit.
yeah. That's why y'all shouldn't test that nigga. So that's why y'all shouldn't test him.
Don't do it.
That's why Drake was into that shit too. And well,
And so he passed away, and then over last week, Cliff Dixon, who actually kind of transcended both the sports and the industry, man, he was well known in both. A lot of people know him as KD's adopted brother.
yeah.
And then for those who know him basketball-wise, he was former Western Kentucky hooper. This shit, actually, it made me sick reading the details.
Yeah.
He got out his car for his birthday party at the club. Didn't make it inside.
Damn, he got out and they shot him right there.
Guy ran up on the car. He had just got done texting his people who were inside. I'm outside. I'm coming in right now.
Fuck.
Didn't make it inside. It was right out like 15 miles outside of
And why
Atlanta.
did they do it? Just rob
Nobody
him?
knows. It says it's an
And where was this
assailant
at?
About 15 miles outside of Atlanta. It said assailant on foot and ran up. Shot, left on foot. They said an undercover cop made the attempt.
Couldn't get
Got
him?
away from him.
Damn.
Yeah. 32 years old.
That's wild.
God damn.
Like that's one thing that like it don't get me wrong, hearing about that stuff always makes me sick. But it's the fact that it's your birthday
Literally.
and they're celebrating life.
For you.
Now in about a week or time, everybody's gonna come back and celebrate his life, but in a way like it's different now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
It sounds remedial for me to even say that. But to the fact that he was one to celebrate his own life, and in a week's time, now everybody's going to come together to celebrate his life, and he's not there.
Yeah.
Like,
Just like that.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
like that was one of those things where,
In the blink of an eye.
in the blink of an eye, and honestly, that was one of those things where it was like, jokes aside, rivalries aside, the first thing that came to my mind was like, damn, now KD got to play through that.
Yeah. His boy. I remember seeing
Like, I don't
pictures
give a
of
fuck about the rivalry or like anything about that. Like that. A man lost who he considered a brother, and he's still got to go out and he's got to face. He's already had the issues with the reporters. Now he's got to play, and after he plays, now he's got to go deal with them asking those
They
type of
destroyed
questions.
them niggas too.
Like,
I
That's
remember that game.
his brother.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
Like, fuck, man.
Yeah,
It's fucked up.
so I want to say, definitely rest in peace to him and his family as well. It's just that it didn't sit right with me, man.
it doesn't sit around with anybody. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
whole ass nigga doing that shit on his fucking birthday, and then just for no reason, or we don't know the reason. Who knows?
Yeah, that's the other thing. We don't really know.
We don't know why he did it.
And I mean, like I said, he transcended because a lot of people know him as Erica Mina's ex-boyfriend. So, you know what I'm saying? He was one of those guys that is rare where he starts off in one arena, has the respect still, and can cross over. So, like, I saw it just... It's one of those... it made me sick, but at the same time, it was one of those things where it's like, wow, he was really loved. I've saw so many people from different backgrounds posting about this all over social media.
Yeah, no, for sure. I saw it literally all up and down my whole feed.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's
wild.
Rest in peace.
Seriously. Anyway, it's March Madness.
Sports. That's the only reason why I put him there before sports was because his background in it. Yeah. But as far as March Madness goes, I really haven't paid attention.
I just pay attention when
the tournament even started on Thursday.
I just pay attention when Zion plays. I think he's played right now. I've been missing all his games.
There's no games today.
Okay, well tomorrow. Oh, he played yesterday. So is he played tomorrow?
No, the games they don't start back till next weekend.
Okay. Well, I'll just watch when Zion plays because the Zion cam, this irked me. Because it was like...
Can't pay the players, but we can afford to...
Did you see that fucking commercial? We didn't talk about that last week. Did you see that commercial?
We're going to get into it.
Oh, I thought that
We didn't talk about it because it came out after. It came out during the week. No, we're going to get into that.
It felt like that.
Don't rush into it.
No, not rush into it. I just said that shit pissed me off. You going to tell me you going to give him a camera and give him like all documentary people to follow him and all this other shit. You going to pay all this production crew, but you ain't going to pay this nigga.
For the listeners who aren't aware, they have the broadcast camera. As usual, for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They then went and got a single camera to follow this man throughout the game. So there's one camera that follows everybody, and there's one camera that specifically follows Zion. And you mean to tell me that you're okay with these guys just surviving off the scholarship and the stipends?
You see what this?
Like, I don't care if you're against them not getting paid by the NCAA. That's fine. I don't care. But the fact he can't even make money off his likeness.
Hey, at least you know what the NCAA can give him for free? Free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hotel
awesome.
and free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi. Then they got hella backlash for that. Oh, we just got some complaints for that, man.
But you want to know the funny thing is? I can tell you from personal experience as being a part of both a professional football team and a junior college team.
Just college period team. But yeah, I get you going.
The Wi-Fi's free regardless. It don't matter who the fuck you are. The Wi-Fi's comp.
Yeah.
It didn't matter where the fuck we were.
Yeah.
It's comp.
Yeah.
Either way.
Oh, man.
So, there you go.
Trash.
Yeah.
That picture of him levitating was hilarious, though.
Hell yes, bro.
He don't even levitate.
I think it's just flies. He just...
But see, that's the thing. Like,
he just floats.
yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, I've watched almost 10 games of him this season. I'm afraid that when he gets to the NBA, there's going to have expectations of him that...
He ain't going to live up to it?
Because it's not his fault. Because everybody keeps bringing up the LeBron situation. I only see LeBron because of the physique.
Yeah.
His game's not like LeBron.
Yeah.
I haven't watched how he played, so you watched a lot more.
Yeah,
he's a big man that can move, basically.
Yeah.
So he's like, all he does is just figuring out his power. He's just, oh, look what I can do.
Like, LeBron's a natural facilitator.
Yep.
Which means he runs the court.
Yeah.
Zion's an in the paint guy.
So he'll just keep
people
charging.
are going to get pissed off when he gets in the NBA and his game isn't on the perimeter. He can play on the perimeter, but that's not his game. His game is to get inside the paint. That's one thing I'm afraid of. Which is,
he doesn't even look that smart.
I kind of
He's
likened
young.
his skill to Blake Griffin when he was coming out of college.
Yeah.
When he was in college, all he was doing was dunking on everybody.
Oh, with the blank face.
Shit.
He had the blank face.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's
like
kind of how I've been saying. Like, he's not going to be LeBron. If anybody, he's going to be more along the lines of Blake Griffin.
I even throw this comparison where he's got... If you want to say he is similar to LeBron, I'll say it's about 25 to 35% LeBron.
Yeah.
The remainder, I see a lot of Larry Johnson.
Okay.
The young Larry, not the New York Knicks Larry Johnson.
Yeah. The Charlotte
Grandmama Larry Johnson that came out and like dominated from the inside.
Yeah.
And had the game to at least maneuver around the mid-range. Now, obviously, as the game's evolved, these bigger guys have to go to the perimeter.
Right.
So there's that. He can do it, but I just feel there's going to be expectations on him, and it's like, fam, that's not his game.
Yep.
And they're going to unfairly criticize him for it.
Oh, you know it's coming. You know it's
coming. But they're going to get a bag, so what the fuck does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
He built for it.
He deserves the
he's
bag.
going through it now.
They're going like, oh, what team do you think he deserves? It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Maybe the Lakers.
Hey, he gets
we'll see.
Man, I was forgiven,
But
man.
we just won, so, you know. That lessens the percentage.
Anyway,
Oh,
what else going on in March Madness?
now, Ja Morant. That nigga stock done went all the way up.
Bruh.
And it was already up
I
going
was
into
gonna
the
say,
tournament.
man, if he
This is
wasn't
like one
already the
big-ass
second best player in the league, he solidified
Yeah.
that shit
This is like
in the NCAA.
He's
Let me
different.
rephrase. Yeah.
I think
he's
NCAA is
different.
like one big ass audition tape for the big league.
Yeah, well, especially for him because he comes from a lower conference where you don't get a lot of TV time.
Also, he was just showing his ass.
Yeah.
Well, he showed out a lot during the whole regular season. Like ESPN had highlights of him.
But that's the thing, it was only highlights.
Yeah,
It wasn't
exactly.
full-fledged games watching from beginning
So
to
he
end.
really
Yeah.
showed his ass during the game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Who was, because Murray State played, they should have never been a 12 seed. My brother and I were watching the game. And Dom was like, why the fuck are they a 12 seed? Like, and I was like, I know, they
Murray
should have
State,
never been a
man.
12 seed to
Yeah.
begin with. Whoever they were playing, they knocked the fuck out. Like, they
punched him in the
fucking mouth. Now, on the flip side, in the second round, they, as a result, went up against a bigger team, and they got punched in the fucking mouth, too.
Well,
But this nigga in the first round put up the 8th triple-double in NCAA tournament history.
ooh.
Yeah.
Now, to show how exclusive that is, Draymond did it twice in back-to-back tournaments. Dwayne Wade did it once. Shaq did it once. And then there's several other names that I don't think they made it to the NBA, but they were names in
But
college.
those are the
Right.
big names everyone knows.
Yeah. So it's a very elite class. He's different, man. He's very NBA ready.
Bro,
Okay.
all I saw was that highlight of when he double blocked it.
Yeah.
Like, dog.
Double block.
Yeah, because so he
Yeah.
tapped it once. I forget which hand it was. He tapped it once on the way up. Then he knocked the shit out of bounds.
So
Like,
that's
fuck this bullshit.
That's some volleyball shit. 0-1 service.
the way you say Steph throws up fuck you threes,
That was a fuck you
That was a
block.
fuck you
because
block.
he's the same height as Steph.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's not a big guy.
Nope.
He's a point guard.
Oh, so he does some fuck you blocks.
Yeah.
He gets up.
His
man.
game is very reminiscent of, I don't want to say, because he has a shot too. I don't want to fully compare him to Dwayne Wade,
Oh, I see where
but
you're
as far as the defensive aspect,
Yeah.
where Dwayne was really known as like one of those few guards that he'll bat your shit, he has that capability.
Oh, so
Offensively, he's a fucking monster too.
does he have the
Yeah.
fuck you threes? Or is it
He's
just
just got a
Not
fuck you
exactly.
game.
Yeah. No, real shit.
He just got a fuck you game.
Real
He
shit.
plays very
aggressive.
yeah.
fuck you?
Yeah. I'd like him a lot.
Because
Yeah.
Steph,
I like him.
because with Steph,
Seriously.
when they make them threes, like we talked about, it's just fuck you.
Yes.
This is like Stone Cold, just
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not so cool.
give me a hell yeah, and then block the ball. Just
Give me what I want.
Yeah, so then that happened. And then, of course, what took everybody was talking about was the Tom Izzo situation. with
so
one of
what
the
was that? I
players.
saw pictures of that shit. Like he just looked like he was just a white boy yelling at a black boy.
It looked that way,
It's Tom Izzo, bro.
but then on one hand, he also clenched his fist. So on one hand, I was like, that kind of looks off. So then I did what very few people would do.
Did your research and looked at the video?
Not only that, but I went to a handful resource who deals in the college realm, and I went to Jason. For those, of course,
Man,
friends of
Jason might as well
podcast.
just come on the podcast.
I told him
man.
he's ready. He's ready whenever.
Bring
He's got the
your
He's
ass.
got the invitation. But Jason's an assistant coach for Contra Costa College.
Yeah,
He also played there, got a scholarship, so he knows the game of ball.
right.
yeah.
So I asked him, and I was like, "What do you see from a coach's perspective? Because not only a coach's perspective, from a player's perspective." And he was like, "I'm gonna tell you this. The only problem I have with it is Izzo clenched his fist." He goes, "Otherwise, the way he was talking to the player, you can only do that and the player be receptive if there's a level of trust." You notice the player defended him afterwards, and he didn't want to fight him during it. So there was a level of trust there.
Right.
Number two, I've had coaches who have done that to me. Like, it's a part of the game. You fuck up, and he goes, and he
get
fucked
chewed
up
up.
during the game.
Gets in your face,
He
yells
had
at
good
you.
plays, but during that stretch, he kept fucking up. He's going to get cussed out. And he's like, but the fist was the only thing where I was like, nah, I wouldn't do. He goes, everything else, it's basketball. Live
He
with
was
it.
just in his emotions and just like hulking up. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Because you know when you get frustrated because you keep telling the same person, you keep telling the person over and over again, like, dude, don't do that, don't do that. And
Yeah.
you fucking did it. And you're like, what the fuck did you listen to me? And they took a picture.
Right, and that's the picture that everybody sees.
Yeah.
And then it was all fucking writers like, I don't care how.
Mid-fuck.
Mid-fuck. What the fuck? Y'all can't see me, but he's just
Like a
freeze
fucking
frame.
episode of The Twilight Zone or Black Mirror.
Or The Ring. You know when the
Everybody
music
freezes
comes
on
out?
his- Yeah.
What the fuck? Or like sound like the end of Sopranos. Don't stop. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's my football coach was like that too. It was just I'll never forget that one time. I think I said it on the show when we were just fucking up, and he was just like, "I tell you guys one thing, and you guys do the other." It's like I tell you goes in one ear and out the other. All you hear is "fuck you, fuck you," and he did this. He just looked up. His eyes were big ass, bloodshot red. His face was red. He's like, "Just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." I was just looking at him. I was like, "Don't laugh." Don't laugh. I'm gonna be running laps, but
I don't want to be the reason why we run sprints.
my freshman team. So of course I went to private school. I went to Bellarmine.
Right.
Different.
Oh yeah, I know that
game.
mentality. Yeah, high school. That's like fucking elite.
One of our guys forgot the footballs after one of our games.
Ah, shit.
We go out to the field. There's no cones. There's no balls. There's
just
no
death.
There's no pads. No nothing.
Death was waiting.
Got there. Coach Benson. I to this day I still love Coach. I still keep in contact with Coach Benson. Got him on my Facebook. Talked to him. Gentlemen, seems that we forgot to grab footballs. So today we're not practicing football. We're just doing up downs until I get tired of looking at you.
Oh no! How long was y'all doing it?
We got to 27. Somebody fell. It's not good enough. Let's start over.
How long did this go?
Went up to like 56 or something like that. Oh, I got 2 that don't want to do it. We're gonna start all over. We did damn near 300 up downs.
I can just imagine the whistle.
It got to the point where it got to the number that he initially wanted, and he's like, "Well, we're close to the record, so let's just keep going."
He was just going.
Yeah. Nobody ever forgot it. Nobody forgot football after that.
Question: how were the intervals though? Was it like how he was doing, or was it? Let you chop for.
Or was he talking shit?
Minutes.
Was he talking shit on some Stone Cold shit? Now we are supposed to be perfection.
Let me paint a picture about Mr. Scott Benson.
Okay.
Mr. Scott Benson is not only a former football player but a former wrestler.
Oh, I hate those guys.
Like
I'm so serious,
with me, you gotta be specific. Professional wrestler, or
College.
amateur.
No,
Okay.
no.
High school, you know, in the fucking newspaper with the rest of his teammates.
Okay.
When did it?
Okay, that shit.
How Kurt Angle dresses up.
I know, Olympic gold medals. I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he also teaches English.
Oh shit.
So there's sweet poetry to pain with him.
Damn it. This story gets
Again,
worse.
I love this man to this day. Not only one of the best coaches I've had, one of the best teachers, one of the best people I've been around.
Right.
I will go to bat for him. Mm-hmm. I promise you on that day, I want to transfer. I didn't want nothing to do with it. I wanted to get so fucking far away from him. I wanted nothing to do with Scott Benson. But I look back one of those days, I was like, yo.
So how many?
If that don't teach you accountability in your life, nothing will.
Y'all did this for like an hour or 2 hours?
We did 273 up downs, if I'm not mistaken.
273, you said?
Broke the record.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you, there's a record. We had T-shirts made. He
That's
made us
petty.
all T-shirts.
That's petty. That's extra petty. I like that.
He did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Now when he was doing it, was he like talking? Was he like talking shit?
Again, I will tell you, he comes from wrestling and a football background. You do the math.
Yeah.
I told y'all fluently that y'all shouldn't be doing this drastic ass shit.
No. That's what we would have preferred.
Oh.
He talking to the coaches. What y'all gonna watch on TV tonight, huh? Y'all wanna get some pizza? Just talking to,
Also, he was just, it's like, well, how's y'all weekend?
You know the shit that when it makes you exhausted and now you just have a craving for anything? Yeah, that's where he was going.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have some good sleep tonight. Hey, it would suck if I had homework.
It would really suck if I had homework. I had to study and shit.
Yeah.
Man, I would talk to my girl right now. How my girlfriend? I'm gonna call my wife right now.
It was great.
I'm gonna call my wife right now.
If he would have pulled out the phone and called his wife,
it was great. And shout out to Mrs. Benson. May she rest in peace.
Oh, my bad.
Come on, my bad.
No. I mean, she was the librarian at the school. Unfortunately, she had cancer, and it later down the road.
But I'm just saying,
God bless. They were a great couple. It was yin and yang. Where like you would go in the library and she's like, You okay? It's all right. Okay, just at least you got through it. Yes,
I was thinking about my coach now. You got me reminiscing about my coach. Coach Quinnett, man. Shout out to him. I know you probably never listened to it, but he was the shit.
The coach's wife was working in the school. I'd been like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. I'm sorry.
So y'all
give me a minute.
So y'all did that shit for like damn near 1 hour.
No,
just
we did
2
the
hours.
entire practice.
Dog.
2
Practice
hours.
is 2 hours, man.
Yeah,
273?
That's 2 hours. No
and then
breaks.
depending on how long the intervals were, like I said, dog, you're there for a minute.
In pads too, huh?
Yeah, you're there for a fucking
We went
minute.
out there when we had practice. We came on pads.
Yeah. And then went back. Yeah, we back tomorrow. All right, y'all can go home now.
That is y'all exclusive into what private private school sports look like.
Oh, yeah, that's discipline. That's was it on a Monday?
Hey, man.
Yes.
Oh yeah, right after a game. Oh
Public
damn.
school wasn't
Oh
on.
damn.
We went
that
undefeated.
different.
Hey, shit. Hey, fuck that. We went undefeated.
Yeah, no. It's perfection. Those are the
that's the
the
difference.
perfection.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
the fucking
perfection.
difference.
Anyways, and then this is why I stopped playing like football to these NCAA shit. I saw that. I woke up in the morning. That was literally the first thing I saw. Oh, it was like it was creative. It was a first person view of a day in the life of an NCAA student, like a student athlete, and they're trying to, y'all don't need money. You have too much time to be doing this. And my first thought was, you paid a camera crew, and you probably paid that student to film all this.
Student, nigga, that's an actor.
Or an actor, yeah. You paid this actor to act like a student on some fucking Beverly Hills 90210 shit. And, you paid him, but you ain't gonna pay these students to do all this shit. You
remember?
Fuck out of here.
You remember the S-word episode of Boondocks when Rollo Goodlove gave the superintendent the piece of paper to read the number that he was trying to sue him for?
Yeah.
And he just starts busting up laughing, and he goes in the next room. Look at this. This nigga must be crazy. I saw that, and that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I laughed. I was like, these motherfuckers must be out their minds if they think I'm going to believe this shit.
Yeah. Everybody.
And then it was funny to
shit.
see the outpour of all the former NCAA athletes just kind of like,
Fuck out of here.
where's the 5:30 workout? Where's the rushing from the cafeteria because you ain't got time between lunch and class? He goes, this motherfucker look like he got the day off.
Literally. They made it look hella nice, and like they made it look entertaining and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, from a creative point of view, it was dope. But as a student athlete, I'm just saying a student period.
And when I say
Fuck outta here.
former athletes, I'm talking about the pros now.
Yeah.
And even it's not even exclusive because I don't even want to just hear from the pros. I want to hear from the guys that are part of the 99% that didn't go pro.
Right.
Same thing.
Fuck out of here.
It's like, oh, that looks funny. He looks like he got a lot of rest. Oh, he went to bed with a smile on his face? Wow, must be nice.
Must
Fuck
be.
outta
Oh,
here.
you didn't study? Oh, that's nice.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Fuck out of here.
But what I love about March Madness is sometimes you do have the one moment where it trickles into sports and the professional level. Mm-hmm. And March Madness actually trickled into the NBA yesterday. Despite what the Lakers are doing, I still catch games here and there. I happened to catch the fourth quarter of the Raptors Hornets game in between binge and Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Fucking shot the Jeremy Lamb throat, fam.
That was
round of a guy.
Bro.
That was a rainbow.
That
Just-
shit was
It was and I love the game winners where it starts off because of a fuck up. They got the ball and he fumbled it, and they got tapped. He couldn't
he had
control
like
it.
2 seconds left.
Yeah,
He had
so it
no
went to
time.
half court. And that nigga just hailed it.
It was in the air it was like them Dirk Nowitzki's 3 points. If he decided to shoot from the moon, it just went and I looked at it. I was watching it. And I was like, that's hella high. And it went,
that shit skimmed the backboard and went right in.
Yep.
It's what everybody thought was going to happen with Carlton when he threw up that bullshit shot.
God.
Did you ever see the one with where they put KD and Russell Westbrook's face on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then KD just looks at him and walks off. Yeah, that was shout out to Jeremy Lamb. That was
for
cool.
sure.
And yo boy, this is sad
Now
to see.
to get into Lakers talk, this is more so off the court because, of course, Martina, have you finally given up
We talking about
watching the season?
the only reason why
God
I
bless
didn't
you.
watch
God bless you.
Nah, man. Look, hey,
Take
real
too
talk,
long, bro.
Real
You take
talk.
too long.
Man, y'all just fucking move too quick. Anyway.
No, you should have said yes,
Yes
or
or no
no.
question.
It was a simple
No,
question.
it's not a yes or no question.
Yes, it is. Yes or no? Are you still watching?
No.
Okay.
All right. Now off the court.
It's hard for me to say no, man. Shit.
Off the court.
But I missed the last game.
Yeah. Lonzo has
about to
apparently. Lonzo's done with Triple B.
That was like, wow. I just remember fast forward.
I was kind of tripping when I read
fast forward. If y'all are fans of the podcast, JC used to go so hard for Triple B. Rewind it. My fault. Rewind. JC used to go really hard for the Triple B because he remembered the whole black man, leading the charge, LeVar and all that shit. So seeing Lonzo lead Triple B, this is pretty fucking...
Yeah, and shout out to Ramona Shelbourne, of course. If you know the Lakers, you know Ramona's been there for forever reporting.
Yep.
Yeah, the story, I was like, wait a minute, well, what's going on? Because the way I found out about it was Lonzo's Instagram.
Yeah.
Because he was it's an Instagram post it's like a close-up of him in the white jersey.
Yeah.
And in the background, it's his jersey in the rafters, and there's a light. Now, in the picture, it reads, it's only a crazy dream until you do it. Mm-hmm. Who's famous for that and who's been making those posts?
That's Nike.
It's Nike.
Do it.
And it just so happened the words were next to the Nike logo on the jersey.
Yep.
Very so then when I read the actual caption of it, the actual caption reads, "Moving on to bigger and better, #my own man." So now I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, wait. Now let me go read the report. Apparently, he has severed all the business ties with the co-founder, Alan Foster, because $1.5 million has gone missing and nobody can account for it.
What kind of shit is that?
Now people are doing research on Alan Foster. We'll come to find out what didn't reveal to us was Alan Foster was actually convicted of fraud years ago.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Mail fraud to be exact.
What
And
kind
apparently
of shit
that
is that?
dealt with some $4 million back in 2002 or 2003. Now there's reports, and I didn't put this in the notes, but I was listening to the Screaming A. Smith show. I say that lovingly. You know how I feel about Screaming.
I know. I just like how you said that. I just like how you say it. Go on.
Martin, little side note.
Shit.
You know where I'm going. Rosh-o-Nesterovich.
Oh my.
Only old school motherfuckers that pay attention to Stephen A. back then know. Yeah, he was saying that there was a report now that all the boys are estranged from LeVar.
Ooh, wow.
Really?
Wow.
Now it's just words as far as I know, because I don't know.
Right.
But to me it's wild because just last week they went hard for this promo with all them getting ready to release new shoes. All three of them.
Probably just for safe face, maybe?
Well,
We don't know.
It literally just went from that to now.
Fuck 'em.
All three of them went to their
are.
IG. Everything that is reminiscent of Triple B and their dad is
It's
gone.
gone.
It's not on their Instagrams.
This is kind of, damn, I don't want to prove all them people that talk shit about LeVar right, but damn, they're on some I told you so type of shit right now with them.
And to me, that's the worst time to do it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're dealing with somebody where the boys are now estranged from, like, save the petty when we know that everything's okay. Like,
But come on, I saw a video of his like Lonzo's his manager, his agent throwing away the Triple B shoes into the fucking dumpster.
Because his agent now is he's playing a bigger role because everybody that had a role in it. Mm-hmm. As soon as he got rid of Alan Foster out the picture, of course everybody's roles now, he's trying to keep everybody tighter.
This is like
so
some
when you do that now
shit.
the roles get like, so his agent released a statement saying, that it's unfortunate what's going on. I've now accepted a bigger role with Lonzo to try to handle the next phase of his career.
This is some baller shit. It's like an episode from Ballers.
Yeah,
That shit's crazy.
and the reason why I was pointing out to Nike is because of course they're gonna ask LeBron being his teammate. LeBron's whole thing is like,
You already know.
I would love him. I would love him being with Nike, but the most important thing is he's a good kid. He's got a good head on the shoulder. You don't want to see that happen.
Oh, nice LeBron.
But in retrospect, it's actually where you would want him to be at, because when this happens, who better to handle something like that than both LeBron and Magic Johnson? Now,
That's true.
as upset as Magic has made me, as much of a role that LeBron had,
business
like
mind.
when it comes to LeBron, I only really talked about February with LeBron. Everything else is kind of like motherfucker was hurt. Like I can't, whatever. Magic, it's a different story. But when it comes to this certain situation, who better to have in your corner than two who have faced public? I mean, Magic Johnson had to come out and say,
"That's some shit on your shirt right there."
Huh?
Yeah, I've been looking at that.
There's Magic Johnson came out. I have HIV positive. LeBron had to face the scrutiny of just picking a different team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who better to have in your corner with all the... Because all this is public now.
So pretty much what Lonzo did
both
was...
of them were in the spotlight as soon as they came into the league. So.
What Lonzo did is a chess move. So it's just... Damn.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't quite call it a chess
move.
I would just say
it's
man
it's more like a reaction.
Yeah, like a reaction. Like, what the fuck, bro? And you lost $1.6 million of my money? Yeah, I'm gone. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, man.
No,
I kind of was growing like to LeVar, man, but big baller brandos, and now that is just
they're all dismissing it.
Gone.
I hope the best for that they all come to. I really, it's not even basketball now. I just hope that
you don't mix family
they're all
business.
the relationship's cool with them. Like
there's
somebody
as a family.
There's somebody that outside the family came in and caused a dent.
Right.
With the trust of everybody involved with that. So I would hope that...
Well, I just know the reality show going to be fire. I might watch that now. Shit.
Drama-wise, it's going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Doc Rivers ended up using us for leverage to get a new contract with the Clippers.
I
don't know why I don't know why they thought he was coming.
Yeah.
I was like, I could have told you
he
that.
ain't going to save you.
I saw a stat before last night. Since the Zubac trade, this is before obviously last night. Mm-hmm. The Zubac trade, since that happened, Clippers were 17-4, the Lakers were 4-17. Still don't understand why Magic trade Zubac, but whatever.
So now talk about fuck your LeBron, king. Well, fuck your king.
So of course, Lakers officially been removed from playoff contention. I could have told you that a few weeks ago. Motherfuckers still didn't want to listen to me. Whatever. But now that it's official, I want to go over and play a little game, and I want to reveal some things. The last time that LeBron James missed the playoffs was 2005.
Damn.
And in 2005, when he missed it.
I was a junior in high school.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Damn.
Also, The Office was still in season 1.
What the fuck?
What else came out in 2005?
The Razor flip phone was the phone of choice.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh shit, that's right.
Y'all love YouTube, right? YouTube was just founded.
Just founded, yep.
Nuts.
Netflix was still DVD only.
Yep.
Drake was Wheelchair Jimmy.
He was on Degrassi, yep.
Oh,
he was still on Degrassi. He didn't even get shot yet. He was still walking.
In 2005, a man named Eldrick won 2 majors as Tiger Woods.
Oh my God! Just give him Tiger Woods. Just call him Tiger Woods, man. He was Tiger Woods around that time period.
And then here's some of the popular songs: "Candy Shop," 50 Cent.
Massacre, classic.
"We Belong Together," Mariah Carey.
Classic.
"Holla Back Girl," Gwen Stefani.
That was a classic.
Mario had gone from 2004 and 2005. "Let Me Love You."
Classic.
And "One Two Step" from 2004 and 2005. Sierra.
Hey, those are classics right there, bro. All those are classics.
All that happened the last time LeBron missed the playoffs.
Well, I could give you this. LeBron could finally rest.
I've been wanting him to rest since I became clear we weren't going to the fucking playoffs. As soon as KCP threw that fucking ball into the Twilight Zone,
Is that when
I
we
was
were
like, just
watching
rest him.
Was that when we were
That was
watching
the Bucks. No, that was the Bucks game that Friday night.
Oh, he did it again?
No, that was when they played the Bucks that Friday night when we went. The last game where I was like, I'm done now.
Oh.
Yeah, it was when we were up, and remember they blew the game because the Bucks came back. The motherfucker threw the fucking ball in bounds, and they grabbed it, hit the 3.
Yeah.
From that point, I was already under the impression, okay, just rest him now. There's nothing to play for.
Yeah.
Literally.
Nothing. Except
So
stats.
at this point, rest him.
As soon as he
Keep putting him out there.
As soon as he broke Jordan's record, he should have
been gone.
Should have been done.
Should have
went home. And for once, LeBron could just from a human standpoint, he doesn't have to stress about. He doesn't have to do the whole 0 Dark 30 shit on social media. He could just rest, watch the games like the rest of us, and just get ready for Space Jam 2.
So like I said, with the whole 2 Chainz shit. It, I was upset with it.
Yeah.
Until I went back and I thought about it, and I'm like,
he already checked out.
No. LeBron, Lonzo, and Ingram, the 3 best players, only played 23 games with each other this year, and out of those 23, they were 16-7.
Yeah, they were good.
I could work with that.
You said 2020.
To me, everybody keeps bringing up LeBron's injury.
Everybody
but when
was
all
injured.
3 of them only played 23, that means their injuries were everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, we bring up LeBron being injured, but everybody forgets that Rondo had just come back from injury and then got injured again during the fucking Golden State game, so he was out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I could reiterate it. We talked about it like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Broke it all down.
It's the worst of worst could have happened. It happened.
But
deal with it.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be the first season than in the middle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You could have been
If
eliminated
this was
in the
middle
playoffs.
of a title run. Fuck the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can only go up from here. So
Seriously. So like I said, LeBron gets to finally just chill.
Rest up and get ready. One thing I will give to him is that if you look at the history, not including his first bid with the Cavs because he was a rookie, he was drafted there. When he went to Miami the first year, didn't win.
Yeah.
Bounced back the second year, they won.
Second and third year.
Well, I'm just saying, the bounce back here was the second year.
Yeah.
He went back to Cleveland. Yeah. They didn't do it the first year. Got it the second year. There's a lot of moving pieces that need to take place for me to actually jump on board. As much as I've been saying 2020, and maybe I was off by a year. Maybe it was the 2020 free agent class. So there has to be a lot of moving pieces.
No, you specifically just said 2020.
Right.
You didn't say no championship.
Right.
So you got to be careful. Hey, I'm just helping you.
So, but what I will say is that at least gives me some hope. Especially now coming off that run of 8 straight finals. He can finally rest. I expect him to come back pissed off, angry, ready to go next year.
Well, he said
I'll give him
he won on his Instagram and said, I'm going to make it right. It's very reminiscent of what Steph did after they missed.
And it was like I told you guys, because both y'all over the past couple weeks off air, y'all like, I wonder what Kobe would say. Kobe came out and was like,
he was saying the same shit. Chill.
He didn't get it done, but it's a process. And he goes, and I love what Kobe told him. He goes, embrace the fact that it was this bad. Because if you're able to put the championship up, it's going to feel that much better. So, and I remember.
And he would know.
And he would know. Because when Shaq left, we missed the fucking playoffs the first year he had reign as the superstar.
Yeah, I call that Team Kobe. I remember that. I felt bad for
2014-15 wasn't even Team Kobe. That shit was...
I don't even call y'all the Lakers. It was just like, y'all ain't the Lakers. Who the fuck is this? This is... What the fuck?
You could at least say it for 2006-2007. That 2005 team. Rudy Tomjanovich was the fucking coach, and he didn't even finish because of health reasons.
I just remember that one. Remember Mike Brown was y'all coach, and then Kobe gave the death stare, and then he was Donald snapped.
2012.
I will never forget that look. Kobe, y'all were getting trashed.
Don't remind me, because I'm gonna get pissed off again.
Okay. So
because it wasn't that, it was what
Timberwolves.
happened. What happened next?
What happened next?
Mike Brown got fired.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Jackson had openly said, let's do it.
Oh yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. I remember that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Timberwolves, now back to these fans. There needs to be one. The league needs to allow one game where they allow these niggas to run our test these fucking fans.
On some hockey shit.
And respect to Steven Jackson.
Hockey shit.
Respect to Steven Jackson, because we got to include Steven Jackson. The Hail Maker he threw on the fly was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, that slide, slow motion.
No, that was Jermaine O'Neal when he slid.
Yeah,
Steven Jackson was the one that went in after our test and just hammed the motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And all you saw was popcorn and drinks flying all over the place.
Or when our test went into the fan. And said, who did that? You did that? And the fan in slow motion. Oh, hey! Oh, no!
But yeah, this Timberwolves fan got ejected from the game because he called Blake Griffin boy.
Okay, first in Utah, someone tells Russell Westbrook to get on your knees like you used to. Get on your knees like you used to.
Another fan called him boy months earlier, so they found him and got him out.
And now this motherfucker called Blake Griffin boy, and then he got in his face like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You really think we just gonna keep playing and ignore that shit? This ain't wrestling, motherfucker. I'll whoop your fucking ass.
No. You know damn good well they ain't saying it to these motherfuckers if they don't feel safe to do it.
Hell nah.
Nah.
You see somebody 6 foot some shit, you are not gonna fucking say nothing, bro.
I am a fan of the art of the trash talk, but you gotta know when and where.
Limits.
You're not a part of the game.
Especially if you're sitting courtside.
Yeah.
If you sit courtside, you keep your mouth shut. Because
my whole philosophy is I would shake their hands, let them know, hey, I'm gonna let you know I'm going at you, but it's for respect for you. I'm not if I go too far, say it and I'll peel back. These they feel entitled to this shit. Well,
especially when
I pay your
bills.
Technically, no, you don't.
I bought your house.
It's the TV deals that do it.
Yeah.
I bought your house. I came here. I did this for you.
Yeah.
Look at me. I did this to you.
And it's like, well, that's your dumbass fault. All you had to do was pay for NBA League Pass.
But they just look at you just...
Give me what I want!
Yeah. But like I said, NBA needs to pick one day where they just
do some hockey
let the
shit.
players just
like when you want the grab that person, bring them in the center of the court, put a spotlight on them, and just duke it out, and then go back to your seat.
I still say one of the biggest crimes to the history books is that Twitter wasn't around for Malice in the Palace.
Oh, yeah. There is powerful niggardry at work.
Anyway.
Such a loss. Oh, what a
waste.
Basically, you were just asking for a purge.
What a waste.
He wanted
like
see, JC likes just madness. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2K20.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
we got 2K20. Damn.
Yeah, so WNBA, of course, is in NBA Live. So in 2K20, they will be adding the WNBA. Round of applause to the women. They deserve to get a paycheck just like that.
Would you play with them?
Equal rights, equal lefts. I will be playing the Lakers, and I will go against the Sparks, and I'm having a dunk fest. Hey, a lot of people be selling it.
I don't think they're going to allow that. I don't think they're
going to play in the NBA. We will see.
I don't think they're going to. They're not going to allow that. I'm just having the image.
We'll see.
LeBron.
Let me see how LeBron dunk on Brittany Renner.
Oh, shit. I'm just having the image of LeBron. Okay. I'm going to have myself a dunk fest. I'm going to pick the Lakers. I'm going to pick the Sparks. And I am having you're going to go full charge on these hoes, aren't you?
On rookie mode.
Shit.
I don't even play on rookie mode. That's disrespectful to me.
You're going to prove a point.
Yeah.
You're also prove a point.
Welcome to the NBA. Welcome to 2K.
Welcome to. They probably won't allow it. Men versus women.
I'm sure there's a way to get around it.
On street.
Just gotta find the patch.
Gotta find the patch. That was funny.
Hey man, don't be mad at me. Like, hey, I enjoy the fact that they're on the video game.
You want this equal rights?
I'm
you
just
gonna
saying,
get this
rights.
work.
But speaking of equal rights, though, have you guys been seeing the memes on social media?
Yeah.
Like, how come they don't have a W? Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh,
dog.
I'm gonna just how you just so nonchalantly just said that shit. I'm gonna pick.
What you want me to say?
I'm gonna have
how long are we into this?
Like 2 hours.
Time?
Damn, we're at 3.
No, we're not.
No, we are 3 on 3.
Well, fuck it.
We're gonna be. Might even be the 4.
Let's
damn.
Let's get close. Go to NBA.
So yeah, that's NBA. So in the NFL, I like what both Bay Area teams have been doing.
Yeah.
Raiders when they got Vontaze Burfict, and I was like, that's a perfect signing.
That's a perfect signing. I see what you did there.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people who pay attention to football, they know about the so-called beef between him and Antonio Brown because of the Bengals and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Both of them went on social media. It was like, whatever stays behind between the field, like, don't think that shit comes out.
Like I said last week, whatever happens on the field stays on the field.
Perfect came out and was like, don't be surprised, me and him are best friends now. Like, the fuck? That don't mean nothing to me. We on the same team. There's former Packers. Randall Cobb is now with the Cowboys. And Clayton Matthews is now with the Rams.
That they kind of got scarier, but he's kind of old.
I was going to say, I didn't expect that. And actually,
I didn't expect that at all.
Damn, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Isn't he from LA?
He's from. He played at USC. If I'm not mistaken.
Close enough. Oh yeah,
close enough. That's the same stadium.
Yeah. Well, the fuck I'm in. Anyways, like I said, you didn't put it on the notes, but Gronkowski, Rob
put it on the notes. Let's later.
Where? Oh, last thing. Keep going.
Jumping. Gotta know about transitions, man. I do things for a reason.
Hey, transitions, man. People just listen. Anyway, Johnny Manziel.
Well, you'll understand when we get there, and then you'll be like,
Anyway, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, he made his AAF debut with the Memphis Express.
How did he play?
They threw him in for like bits and pieces. They were like, we gotta start quarterback, fam. We'll find spots for you to play.
Damn.
Shit.
It is what it is. I mean,
at least he got a paycheck. He was talking shit too.
Who's their QB?
I don't know.
Some nigga. He was talking shit on the field too. That was the craziest shit. I'm like, why are you talking shit?
Come in there with a buzz, man.
Nice.
Now, Wall Street. This one kind of hurt.
Here we go.
This hurt to read, man.
Here we go.
Making kind of quick.
And this was no.
You can't be quick about this.
Yeah.
One.
This was a reason why I wanted to know what was in that non-disclosure. And I was upset with Cap and Eric Reid for signing that. Because the Wall Street Journal was reporting that despite what was initially reported between 50 and, 100 mil?
Yeah.
Initially, and then they kind of found the median of 60, 70.
Right.
Everybody thought that's what they got.
No.
According to this report,
They got $10 million.
They got $10 million to split.
So $5 million they got. Both.
I got questions now.
Oh, we all got questions.
I have some questions.
Somebody lying or shit? They can't say shit if they're lying.
Because I went back to those reports and I was trying to find, okay, well, let me find where it says sources say. None of them said, in particular, my source says. It was all reportedly.
Yeah.
Somebody brought up a good point. They were like, maybe everybody was just on board and excited the fact that there was a settlement that they just ran with it because they were all rooting for Cap.
Yep, I see that.
They put rooting for Cap over the actual facts.
They didn't get the facts, so they just made up a fact.
And even then, maybe it's a situation where maybe they did get over. Maybe they got in between 10 million and 60 mil.
Or, yeah.
But because they signed the non-disclosure, somebody from the NFL leaked it, knowing they can't defend themselves and speak against it.
Yep.
So I was upset with that I was upset with that. I said from jump, I didn't like it.
I hear you.
Well, we were talking about it earlier, like just to play devil's advocate. What if during that little settlement they made a deal where, like Martine first said, it was beyond the money. You know, it was just to prove a point.
The cause was bigger than the settlement.
The point, you know, or how I looked at it, maybe they told him, we guarantee if you sign this, we give you $10 million each, and we guarantee you a team's going to sign you before the season.
And I said it's possible, and I said, but then let me play devil's advocate to that. He's now 2 years removed, going on 3 years removed from the NFL. They didn't want the headache with him because he was a supposed backup, and they didn't want the notoriety of the backup. Now he's coming in as backup, and everybody has a lot to want to ask him because he's been gone for 2 years.
That's why you do one interview and get that shit over with.
And he's been the one where he hasn't been the public eye.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
No fault to him, but you got to factor that in.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe if he does like one interview, hypothetically speaking, he does one interview, doesn't talk about the, settlement, but he does one interview, sets it all straight so they never have to ask him again, and then play the game. But we will see whenever the shit comes out.
Mm-hmm. Now, Cam Newton.
Yeah, wow. That was a nice transition.
If Cam Newton had said he was giving up sex for Lent, all right.
Yeah.
For sure. No issues with that. When he said he was giving up sex for a month because he, quote, I hope to makes my mind stronger, end quote, first thing came to my mind was like, I remember the times I was in droughts. It didn't make me stronger.
Made me weaker.
It didn't do that. If
it didn't do nothing.
It started making me desperate.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you went down that route.
No, I'm just saying. Then you start getting. You get urges that you wouldn't necessarily have.
You look at that chick.
It don't mean that you jump on it. Let me stop fronting. There were times I jumped on urges where
If I take one more drink. That's pretty much. So I don't know.
Fortunately, I didn't need the drink. I'd already reached that point.
No,
we all been there.
Yeah.
Hey, we all been there.
Drink was irrelevant.
As men. As men, we've all been there.
However, if he's still with his girlfriend, alright.
Then you have a morning of regret.
Alright.
Post-nut clarity.
I kind of. Alright. But the fact you just want to make it stronger, fam, let's do the paleo diet.
Or some shit, man.
Why would he announce that? This is why you don't play. This is why you don't win. This is why you don't win.
I just wish he would have announced it with the characters he uses on Instagram.
Does he still do that?
Yep.
Why?
Them cryptic shits that look like Game of Thrones.
This is why this is why this nigga. Whatever, man. Move on.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert Kraft. Speaking of sex,
like the transition. See?
Speaking of sex.
Yeah. See, the transition went from Eric Reed being on the Panthers.
Anyway, go on. Just go on. We're running along anyway.
All right. So Robert Kraft was made an unusual offer that he apparently has to think about refusing or can't refuse.
What was the offer?
I'm pretty sure he didn't refuse it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He refused it.
He issued an apology. Either way, they gave him an option. This is the Feds that did all this, right?
Yeah.
Feds gave him an option. Either he'd go to case with this or he'd come out and say, look, I admit to all this and I would have been found guilty if I don't come out and apologize now.
That's all it takes?
Fam, if they came out and said he had nothing to do with the sex trafficking.
Oh, well.
What the fuck am I going to admit then?
Yeah, well.
What's there to admit?
So I went in there and I got a hand job.
And they said they're going to drop the case.
That's all you have to do? Well, just take it.
I'm not admitting to nothing. I'm not admitting that you're going to find me guilty of something if the reports already came out that I wasn't guilty of it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm not admitting to that.
So you trying to embarrass my ass?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. But I don't know what I don't know what if he did or not. I do know he issued an apology for the first time. So I don't know. But in other Patriots news, now we get there.
Now, round of applause.
Yeah. Rob Gronkowski
At 29 years old. I give it up for that. He kept his brain cells. Retired.
Did he really have any though?
Hey man, he was like one of them party motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he probably wasted on them brain cells, bro. Like they gone.
Better than that than on the football field.
I'll say this: you gotta have brain cells to play football.
Yeah,
yeah.
CTE records for a reason. That's what I call it.
That is not a game where everybody always wants to bring up the dumb athlete stereotype.
Oh yeah, nah.
Y'all motherfuckers.
I'm just talking shit.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about you. I just hear it all the time. And I'm like, if y'all only knew one fucking play
shit they go through.
Yeah,
but yeah,
just listen to
how many rings he got? 2 or 3?
3.
He got 3 rings.
Got 3 rings. Got a bag. I mean, what?
I see him.
He's a legend. He's a legend in Boston.
I see him becoming a professional. I see him going to the WWE. I will not be surprised.
Yeah, that's my bet. Like
in a year, he'll be at that performance center.
Yeah,
because he has friends over there. So I will not be surprised. And you know, Vince wants that.
And that wouldn't surprise me at all, neither.
If I see him on NXT, I will not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to UFC. Even.
Yeah.
That too.
I had Shannon Sharp as the best tight end I ever saw. Then I saw Gronkowski, and I was like,
"That boy's a beast."
Gronkowski is easily the best tight end I've ever seen.
He's the reason why they won the damn Super Bowl. He's the one that caught that ball at the fucking 2-yard line during that game. The last game he played. Whatever. He was at the 2-yard line. He was like, it was a clutch catch. Yeah. I thought he was washed, and then he caught that ball. I'm like, well, shit. Gotta at myself. But yeah, shout out to Gronkowski, man.
Career, man.
Leave on your own terms. 3 rings.
I mean, the thing is though, with Jason Witten, I still want to rule it past that he shows up in week 14.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe it's kind of one of those things. He just wanted to go to a festival in October. Oh, shit. He's not telling anybody, and then the festival's there, and he's like, "All right, I'm good. All right."
I just remember like Gronk will, after every Super Bowl, if they won or not, he will fucking party.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
If they win or not, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm partying.
Yeah.
I have no more stress. I'm gonna party. Fuck it." And he partied. So shout out to him.
Hell of a career.
Anyway, back to baseball.
Staying on retirements. Now you understand.
I don't care. Keep going.
Staying on retirements. Ichiro. He is officially retired.
Sounds like Rufio from Hook.
You definitely weren't paying attention to the Ichiro sensation.
Nope.
Damn, what a time for that. I didn't even watch baseball when I was younger, and the fact he came from Japan and it was all over fucking ESPN.
Oh, that was his name? Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember that.
Ichiro Suzuki.
I just know he sounds like Rufio.
28 years, man. 9 in Japan and 19 in Major League Baseball. Round of the goddamn applause.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, this motherfucker right here. Now, if y'all don't know, the Powerball is at what? How much?
I like how you're comparing this shit.
How much? 400? Like, it's at 600 million right now. Mm-hmm. 600 something million. You sent me this group chat. I think I saw it on Twitter or the group chat. I was like, I'm gonna tell my son to play baseball from now on.
I've been telling y'all, I have kids. Football and basketball is just as bad as fucking pussy in my house. We ain't talking that.
No.
Get your ass a stick and start learning how to hand-eye coordination. You swing that.
So what was the last one? 300 million?
330. Okay, so this is the funny thing.
Yeah.
This is what makes it even more funny. Bryce Harper got 330 million over 13 years.
This motherfucker, Mike Trout, white boy,
they're all white. Mike Trout got 430 million over 12 years. So he got 100 million more with one less year.
And I kept saying it. You were tripping when you seen that the second baseman get the $300 million, right? And I was like, he's not even the best player. Then there was Bryce Harper, and I was like, he's not the best player.
Yeah, and I was like, what's Mike Trout gonna get?
Yeah, this is the best player.
Like, honestly, and I'm just like sitting, I'm just looking at this shit like, I gotta play the Powerball to get this nigga's contract.
Now you understand why we don't like salary caps in basketball.
You feel me? $430 million? Shit, run that. Like, not what kind of shit is that? Run that. Like, you know that gif of Nas putting the ski mask on? Run that. Not literally. Just go with me, people. Just, huh?
Yeah.
You want to know what's wild?
The highest paid contract.
In about 10 years, somebody going to sign that $500 million contract.
No, in about 20 years, there's going to be someone going to sign
within 10 years.
Within 20 years, someone's going to sign $1 billion contract.
You know, Mike Trout, his prime's going.
it's going to happen.
4 or 5. good ones left about his prime.
I'll say it's
Then
happening.
he'll start trickling down.
I don't know.
I'll
Man.
say it's gonna
Baseball,
happen.
How old is he
You
now?
could play that shit for.
I know, but
minute,
usually once you start aging out,
he's like in his late 20s.
He's
so I'm
set
gonna
for life.
I'm gonna give him the early part of his 30s. It's after that. That's when you gotta start.
Man,
They guys, they still got. So he's with the Angels. They still got Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols making what, 21 million?
they're all making money.
Yeah.
Like in the fucking double-digit money, millions.
Trout's exact. I guess you're right. 27.
I'm sorry. Albert Pujols is making 29 million.
At this
next
point,
year he's making 30 million.
You better give me a dynasty, motherfucker. If I was an Angels fan, I'm like, you best give me 10 of these rings or 5 of these rings by the end of your contract. I swear to God.
That nigga's at bat song gotta be the OJs.
Shit.
That nigga, as soon as you hear that, don't.
That's exactly what it was.
Yep.
That's exactly. They played that shit as soon as he came out. Yeah.
It's gotta
$430 million. You out your man.
Gotta be.
I'm gonna play baseball.
Too late, bro.
Too late now. But
I love basketball and I love me some football, but if I have children,
you playing baseball, boy.
ain't nobody watching that shit in my household. We don't watch this baseball.
No. Yeah, shit. Anyway, shit.
Now,
Wrap this up.
speaking of guys that got paid, Jamal Truelove.
Hey.
The name doesn't sound familiar to a lot of people, but it does out here in the Bay Area because Jamal Truelove, as come to find out, was framed by officers Maureen D'Amico and Michael Johnson for a murder that he did not commit.
No relation to the runner, by the way.
He was, and I think what made it worse, if I'm not mistaken, the details of it was the murder of his friend.
Mm-hmm.
So he was framed for that. He actually did 6 years in jail. They found the evidence that showed that he didn't do it. They overturned it. San Francisco has now paid him out $13.1 million in damages.
Shit. Show me the money.
Yeah.
400 fucking. I would ask for fucking $430 million. Shit. Still on that, but good for him. Get your damn money.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of money, or that gold on that damn chain, we all said don't. Everyone was talking so much shit about Jay Prince.
With Jay Prince.
And we were the only ones that were just like, hey, man, but everyone on social media just got all gangsters. Said, this nigga ain't that tough. And I'm like, what? It just shows people's age. I just sat back and I ain't saying shit. Because you don't know that nigga's power. Yeah, y'all hear about it, but y'all, and he's coming out of the limelight because he's forced to do it. Because, you know, that's just who he is. And y'all have this whole, like, vision of him, this fantasy of him. I'm like, dude, don't you know this nigga's history? Don't you know the respect that he gets?
Of course not. Because they don't even know the history of rappers, bro.
Yeah, they don't see. Yeah, I see what you did there.
Gotcha. You don't know the history of the niggas in front of the camera. How you gonna know niggas behind the camera?
Serious.
Let's put it this way. If I be talking hell shit about Arbery and then Jay Prince gets in my DM, I'll be quiet. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it.
I'll be a bitch.
I won't be a bitch.
And I'm proud to say that.
Shit.
I would like to have a conversation with Jay Prince. Like, seriously.
Oh, yeah, he seems
Depends where we having this conversation.
For real.
Oh, it depends on what the situation
Oh,
is.
it
Depends on what the situation is. But I would like to have a conversation.
Like, have a conversation
I'm talking
in Houston.
about, like, just get to know dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
You know
Well,
what
he
I'm
seems
saying?
like a chill dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
connected.
is somebody you want as an ally.
That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, you're making a
But
deal.
you have to understand,
Like,
if you want him as a...
y'all took it left. I was like, no.
Because we have to.
Really
I'm
just
telling
talk
you,
to the dude, man. Like,
you have to
know what I
understand
mean?
if you want him as an ally,
what are you
shut
willing
the
to
fuck
fuck
up about
up?
that Drake slander.
Period.
Understand that.
Period.
I won't mention it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he'll have people go back and listen to the podcasts. He'll talk to all three of us at a meeting like, now, I know what y'all say.
It was him, nigga.
Damn.
Now I know what y'all say about
I just said nigga pissed me off as a man, nigga. It was just one album shit.
Nah, if you
this
just
nigga been clowning him with classics. He got classics, nigga. He clowning them.
he got classics, nigga. He got classics. All of them.
When?
I can just imagine Jay Prince is like, now, if you just listen to me for a second, you just be this and that. Sounds like you can't hear like a little tone voice, like
You gotta start talking like Dave Chappelle, all scared and shit.
he did it. You be dissing my son, and I'm just letting y'all know. If you want my help and my services, you have to respect my family. It just sounds like my damn grandma. Anyway, Jay Prince got that chain back, by the way. And he was walking out and about, and everyone was just like, oh shit, he got it back. Yeah.
He did it without having to go to the gunplay.
Or did he? Oh yeah, he called the cops. Well, not called the cops. Allegedly, the cops got there, and he got his chain back like that.
Peaceful, no bloodshed.
But was there any doubt?
Oh,
In your minds.
oh no.
Exactly.
Because we're logical. Everyone else out there is illogical.
No, I'm not saying that, because if this has started off with gentlemen who understand him, no. But a part of me was fearful because these little niggas don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm telling you, I was looking on Twitter, and these motherfuckers were talking so much shit, and I'm looking at this shit, and it's like, oh, why is Jay Prince going out there, going on Instagram talking shit? And it's like, this is not gangster like, and I'm like, what do you know what's gangster? Yeah.
Seriously though,
niggas be
see
that gangster shit all day, and they think they know what's going down.
Yep.
I mean, they confuse the trap for the hood, bro.
Yeah.
You know
They confuse their fucking laptops for the fucking hood or keyboards. That's besides the point.
Yeah. So I imagine. Yeah, he got the chain.
Anyway, Barnes and Noble. See, I'm mad.
I imagine that they celebrated with champagne.
Mm.
If they wanted to celebrate, they go to Barnes and Nobles.
I was about to say. Yeah. See, they closed down our Barnes and Noble by Eastridge. I'm fucking mad about that.
They still got
shit.
the one on San Tomas.
Yeah, you gotta go out the way.
Near Valley Fair.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's still buzzing, and the fact they now talking about they gonna put some alcohol in that bitch.
Full food menu.
Hey, and a full, hey, man.
Might as well bring a bar.
Hey, man.
Fuck it. And TVs, and just put like Sports Center up in there. Might as well. Make it a club. Bring a DJ.
Invite your girl.
Invite your girl.
Invite your girl.
Get the books.
You know what I'm saying?
And just
holla at Warner Brothers to bring Endale. Set the mood.
Oh my god.
Set the vibe.
Set the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, invite everybody, because that's where it's going to.
Shit.
Barnes and Nobles might be the spot.
I
had to show Larissa Whole Foods was the spot.
Just don't show the prices.
She just didn't know, man.
Just didn't know.
Just don't show the prices for the food, because that shit's an arm and a fucking leg.
You get the little hot cafe. You put that shit in the box.
No,
that's just easy.
No, I'm talking about when you grocery shop.
Oh no, I'm talking about to go chill.
Okay,
yeah.
To chill and watch events in there. Like Whole Foods is the spot.
Oh yeah.
They got healthy alcohol and shit.
Healthy alcohol.
Yeah, non-fat shit.
Said healthy alcohol.
Anyway, what else is coming out? Is fucking Woodstock for the 50th anniversary. I did not know it was gonna be the 50th anniversary, but here the fuck we are.
August 16th to the 18th.
I wonder if they're gonna stream it. They're probably gonna stream it because it's historical. And Hov is headlining one of the days, which I'm kind of shocked, which makes me think. I was thinking, does he have something coming? Because this is the only thing he's headlining. But I was thinking he's just doing it for the flex. Yeah. So
I mean, man, it's Woodstock with Jay-Z headlining. That's just
one of the
sounds
headliners.
dope.
Right. What, he's just doing it just like for Woodstock Untitled.
Right.
So
there's a bunch of names I do not know who are on there, but I found some familiar ones that the listeners would know. You got Chance the Rapper, Janelle Monáe, Vince Staples, Leon Bridges.
Vince Staples got getting that
Gary Clark
Woodstock
Jr. Sir is going to be there. Shout out to Sir.
Carlos Santana going to be there.
Carlos Santana. And speaking of Carlos Santana, I don't know if y'all heard about this funny story. This goes back to the video game talk. Everybody's real high on the video games. Carlos Santana don't give a fuck about Fortnite. So much so that his guys on the tour bus kept playing that shit, and he kicked them niggas off the bus.
Yeah, it fucked up his vibe.
Because he kept fucking up his timing and shit, like, and movements and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, y'all ain't gonna be playing this shit. Get the fuck off my bus. He left him.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck your Fortnite.
Fuck your little fort, nigga.
The king.
Fuck your fort, nigga. Snoop Dogg. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up with movie news. Apparently, when it comes to Forrest Gump, I guess there was supposed to be a sequel or some shit. I saw this shit, and they were pitching like it was the sequel was about to come out. They were about to do it, but then they shut that shit down because September 11th happened.
Yeah, screenwriter Eric Roth said they were supposed to have the pitch meeting September 12th
of 2001.
No, 2011. Wait.
Yeah, he fucked
2001.
up. 2001.
2001.
You fucked up.
I didn't fuck up. I copied and pasted, so somebody must have fucked up.
So you don't blame them?
Yeah, maybe if somebody would have helped me.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. But anyway,
then I would have fucked up too. Nah, I'm cool.
Anyway. Oh, you don't want to step up to that now. Huh?
Anyway.
Yeah, so they're supposed to have the pitch meeting for that, and one of the main reasons why they cut that. Well, initially in the screenplay, Forrest's son was going to have contracted AIDS from his mom. So that'd be the storyline. Forrest was actually going to be hidden in OJ's Bronco during the chase.
That would have been funny.
Shit.
But this is what completely nixed it. Forrest's Native American friend was going to be killed in the OKC bombing.
So you can do
you can do the math. The bombing 9/11. They cut that shit right away.
No.
Yeah.
Nick shouldn't even done a fucking Forrest Gump sequel anyway.
But just the idea of it.
It was like Forrest
brings me joy. Just
Forrest hiding,
just an idea.
Forrest hiding in OJ's Bronco. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the people versus OJ with the shit? Anyway, and finally,
Forrest Gump as the witness.
shit,
I gotta pee.
I gotta pay. And finally, shout out to Kalani.
Yeah.
She finally had her little baby girl. She announced it on Instagram and social media, so and that, I guess that album's gonna be coming probably towards the end of the year. Who the fuck knows?
It sounds like her last project. I'm ready. Let's get it. Let's do it.
Real, man, that EP or whatever she
What
wants
the
to call it.
fuck that shit was.
Yeah.
Mixtape, whatever.
Project.
That shit's
It was good.
Fire.
It was fucking good.
That shit's
fucking
fire,
amazing.
bro.
Yeah.
Strongest R&B album, and I kind of eased up on Solange. I kind of went back and re-listened to it. I was like, I gotta be in the mood. Last time I was in the mood, I gotta be in the went down.
Phased out, man.
Literally phased out like a blunt. That's pretty much what it is. Like a roach now.
I mean, as far as R&B, even for me, LA and Kalani, those are the two tops right now.
And for hip hop, it's Boogie. That's pretty much it. But nobody in rap really dropped yet. So he has the throne for now. Until summer comes, it's getting close. I didn't even think
it's like the first quarter of a game. It's like,
Nah. Like everyone putting up breaks, everyone's filling each other out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, this is episode 127 of the Illogical Sense podcast. This is your boy Buzz B. You can follow me on the Twitter at Mr. Murphy408. You can follow the podcast at iLLogicalSP. You can follow the Instagram at the Illogical Sense, and of course, you can follow us on the Facebook.
And of course, you can hit me on all social media, JC No Hundreds. I told y'all I had something for y'all with the playlist.
Did you?
I made up for it. I told y'all that was gonna be a playlist for each streaming service.
Yep, Elliot Wilson liked it too.
Huh?
Elliot Wilson liked the shit too. Yeah, you better
Still
give
no
us
covers.
Give him, yeah, we still got
Playlist
the
covers.
covers.
So.
We still could have put a dope ass cover on
We
that
gotta
shit,
put a
but
nice
nah.
ass cover.
Yeah,
All you
but
gotta
nah.
see, Hov is helping out. What's his name? Lil Uzi. Get him out. Get him on Rock Nation and shit. Can you help the people? Elliot Wilson.
We just want to put covers up.
We just want our
Just
covers,
man.
our custom made covers. That's all we ask for.
I mean, I put a lot of work into these
I'll
things,
put the
man.
title logo
not
on
just
there.
for us, not just for us, but for the people. Anyway,
That's what it is. The people.
The people.
the people.
But yeah,
And the
you can
people
look
can
forward
follow
to,
me.
I was just saying, they can look forward to the playlist coming this week.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Definitely.
Huh?
And we got insight, so
Yeah.
this shit's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nasty.
Like, pay attention.
It's very nasty. Anyway, you.
And then you can follow me at Beats Be Killing them on
Beats
every
Be-
social media. Got a new song out called Above the Clouds.
Fire.
Artist Venomous.
Yeah.
You know how that shit go. And Venomous Vibes, I didn't do one last week. 'Cause like I said, I was running errands,
And you
man.
got high.
I was just seriously
no high
running
at all.
errands, dog. Of course I was high. What kind of a question is that?
You gotta go into the joke. Of course I was high, and I was running errands.
But I was running a whole lot of errands and shit.
You're running Hirons.
Hirons.
Speaking of
Hirons.
Well, yeah, we about to see Joe Budden this week too.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Budden live podcast.
The
man.
Illogical Sense podcast goes to the Joe Budden podcast.
Just to see other niggas talk about shit and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk shit about the niggas talking shit. See how that goes. The duality.
Podception.
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 That's what it is. That's what it is. It's gonna be like Leo. Just gonna do the jump. Anyway, I'm gonna say fuck off too.
Fuck the NCAA.
Fuck the NCAA.
Fuck the NCAA. And Jed York.
Nah, still, he's doing alright, man.
I have to be consistent.
He's doing alright.
And
One more thing.
we going long.
R. Kelly. Did you hear that nasty motherfucker thought that we were all stupid and illiterate, and he tried to go to Dubai to do his show, knowing damn good and well Dubai ain't got no extradition or expedition?
What do you mean?
So when you go over there, there's no clause to bring you back if you're wanted here for a crime. He thought it. He tried it.
You thought?
Nigga said,
No.
Fuck out of here. So fuck R. Kelly.
he tried to go to Dubai.
Well,
Said he was going for some shows.
he got shitted on. No pun intended. Well,
Fuck R. Kelly and his illiterate ass thinking we was all stupid. Fuck that.
Stupid. Anyway, fuck the king. Late bitches.
Hey.